Hello everyone and welcome to Axis Football 2024, the greatest football management simulation in the world. Oh, sorry, wrong day. It's FM24 Early Access Day. Yes. It's FM24. It's FM24 Early Access Day. Of course it is. I'm just doing a little bit of comedy for you there, innit? You know. So welcome along. Of course, this is, as we say, the actual day when everything comes out. We get to have a proper first look at the game. We're going to go through it together. So we're literally going to see pretty much every single screen, to be honest. We're going to make our manager avatar. We're going to pick our team for the early access save. Some people call it the beta, but it's the early access save. We'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at how the set pieces work. We'll have a look at the new coaching roles. We'll have a look at everything. We're going to see about game worlds. We're not going to do the game worlds bit tonight, but basically what we're going to do is we're going to have some fun. There'll be a few moments when I cut back and I sort of talk straight to camera or whatever. We'll do that because I'm going to try and cut some bits and pieces for YouTube as well. So let's get into it. FM24 is about to start right now. There we go. That's us there. That, of course, is about to become our new manager. We're about to begin our FM24 journey, and of course, as I say, we're now going to create our manager avatar from scratch. So there'll be some bits and pieces we'll go through, then I'll say hello to everyone properly and we can get into it. So right, name, hang on, balls that up through it, didn't I? Right, name, let's have a look here. Right, name, Tony Jameson. Easy bits done. First of all, welcome in, by the way, everyone. Casino Square is in, Monoret is in, Nomadic Striker is in, Gitos is in, 12-week scan, congratulations Gitos. Broad Sisters here, the Arsenal's in, Rajo's here, Connell Chunder, Den Outlander, Nomadic Striker. Who else have we got? Jack Plays FM, appreciate the raid, by the way, very nice to see you. Barton's in, of course. Ropper's here, just remember Ropper this time in FM23, this when it all started. FM22, well, sorry, the whole link up with OBK started. Monoret's in, Llama, of course, is here, Wilco's in, Bearded Child's in, and of course in with a sub as well. Dan Reese is here, welcome, and of course to everyone who is just chilling in the background as well. It's a pleasure to see you all. TR1 Mao is in as well. Into the Fox is here. David Clark's here. Oh, here we go. SFC fan rebuild Southampton. We want to be back. No chance, mate. We're doing Atalanta tonight. That's what we're going to be doing. Atalanta is our save, but we might do Southampton on YouTube because we're going to start making some more YouTube content. We will get bits and pieces like some rebuilds done, some tactic things done. So you know what? It's a possibility, actually. Southampton is a good shout. They're a good setup there, and they do deserve to be back up in the Premier League. Casino Square, I owe David Nyholm an FMT shirt. Possibly. I'll have a look at that, and I'll find out where we're at with that one, but quite possibly. We will see where we get in. We'll try and work that out. Thought I'd do Sunderland. I'm not doing Sunderland. I am not doing Sunderland at all this year, David. I've had too many troubles with Sunderland. Again, we'll probably do a rebuild on YouTube or whatever. The Pride of the South. Well, there you go. That's it, innit? In fact, speaking of which, Sunderland. There we go. Birthplace there. We're going to put in a generic made-up date of birth because, of course, we don't want anyone making up some... trying to use my accounts and fraudulently taking my identity. That's not good. This is all I can ask for. FM, best in the series. Also, hello, TJ, and hello, chat. Hello, Sigurd. Welcome in. We're not going to select a favourite team because, as you know, I don't really have one anymore, to be honest. Sunderland, I suppose, technically, but let's just try and keep it as though we don't have a favourite team, shall we? In fact, you know what? No, let's not. We're not going to do that. Experience level, teach me about key management concepts. I mean, well, to be honest, yes, that would be a good idea. You know what? I'm going to keep that ticked on just for now because obviously this is the first look, but we might turn it off obviously as we get into the full Build a Nation. So let's look at our body. I mean, obviously it's a dead ringer for me, although I've got a full beard and not a little goatee. That's the problem. So maybe it's not quite us. Let's go for the palest person we can possibly find. Body type, I'm going to say average, but let's be honest, we all know that's not technically true. 180 tall, I reckon, aren't I? Yep. Oh, look at that. Camera's going up. I'm an absolute giant now. Head, I'm going to change my head. Basically, because you can do the 3D model of the face. I'm not going to do that today because that's going to take a while, innit? But I am going to give myself definitely a nice bit of cropping. So we'll do that. Bit of a fade on there. Can you have grey? Yeah, greying is probably where we're going to be at. No, I'm going to try and say dark hair for now, I think. But let's face it, we all know it's on the way out, don't we? Certainly on the top. 180 is about 6 foot, isn't it? 5'11", that's about right. Sure it is. Silver Fox, thank you, Monaret. Absolutely right. Big beard, obviously, big bushy beard. That can be grey. Oh no, can't apparently. It's got to stay brown as well. I'm Tinder 6 foot. No, not at all. No, I'm 5'11" is what I am. So I'm 5'11". I know that much. Skin details. Okay, so skin. I've got a lot of acne, but let's be honest. I'll take that off just for now, because I don't really know if eczema is something you want to be advertising as part of your game avatar. But hey, you know what? If you've got it, be proud with it, right? That's what I'll say. So that's my face, sort of pretty much normal there. I think I'm going to wear like a blue wedding suit. I think white shirt, pink tie, I reckon. Blue trousers, and therefore you got to wear brown shoes, to be honest, because it's like, if you're going to go blue and blue, you got to go for a bit of blue on the for a bit of brown shoes. I love the fact that hearing aids are in, ability aids are in there. That's fantastic. Definitely need to shout that out more, of course. And of course they will of course add more and more and more as FM25 comes in. Then who knows what they're going to add. It's great they're going to get more inclusivity. Eye patches, I'm not 100% sure of. I don't necessarily think that I need to be Dusty Rhodes at this point. But right, no eye patch. I'm not going to do that. Accessories, as Mrs. J says, I could have all sorts of stuff. Thank you. I'm going to pick my pocket square. Glasses, right. Let's give us some Glegs. Right, there's me glasses in there. Are they the right ones? They're a thin frame, aren't they? Have I got a bit more of a thick frame? Is that looking about right? I think about that, isn't it, really, maybe? Yeah, we could do that. Obviously, it's difficult to say when you can say, like, what glasses have I got if I'm not actually wearing my glasses on right now? Because, Square, yes, you've got a thick frame. I thank you. I know that's not a compliment, but I've certainly taken it as one. Pocket badges, pin badges, none, kick it out, obviously very good. War Child or Football Manager, let's put a kick it out one on there for there right now. Face paint, this is the one that we've all been waiting for. I mean, it's not quite Finn Balor, is it? It's not even the Legion of Doom. It feels a little. It would be perfect on. It would be perfect on Axis Football, where I can basically be a linebacker, essentially. It's giving me 2003 Nelly. I mean, yeah, it's certainly giving me that as well, I think. Don't need anything on my... let me just check which one. On my right hand, I need nothing. Okay, so that's... How do you take something off? Because it doesn't seem to have a selection where you can write. So ring finger on the left, obviously Mrs. J would be 100% making sure that happens. But on the right hand, we want none on the right. So none there. Right, sorted. Okay. Earrings, no chance at all. Thank you very much. Not a fan of that. That's not me. But, hey, what? If that's your thing, go for it. These FM pixels you're married. and then a watch. I mean, let's put right. Okay, let's go with an Apple Watch on there. Of course, other smartwatches are available, but but I wear me Whoop, so I haven't got where's me Whoop? I haven't got that on to check all my health metrics and stuff. But hey, you know what? This is what they're going to be doing. So that's me. That is me. As close to me as you're going to get, I reckon, in digital form. So there you go. That's us. So now we get to start. This has actually been the quickest I've started a game ever, I think. Mrs. J will confirm. Back in the day, it used to take me about 40 minutes to decide what football boots I was wearing on FIFA or WWE. I'd take even longer, to be honest. it would be nice to have an option to make you look like Kiss, 100% the Arsenal, 100%. We definitely need to do that. Luffy's in as well, by the way. Hello, Luffy. We're not doing the J League, David. We did think about that. We did think about it, but basically I couldn't say that the J League was happening because I didn't know. So there you go. Didn't know. And then the J League turned up and it was like, oh shit, maybe we should do that. But I'd already committed to Atalanta, to Sampdoria, I should say, sorry. And I was like, right, let's do that. But and then I was like, actually, Sampdoria have been relegated a lot. And then I thought, let's just do Atalanta, right? And there's a reason behind doing Atalanta. First of all, because the obvious reason we're doing Atalanta is because we have a shirt. Okay, so we bought that, so that sort of means that if I wear that on stream, that's now tax deductible, so that's probably a good idea. And the second reason is because I think a tactic from FM23 might work quite nicely with Atalanta. So that's what we're going to try and do in this beta save, early access save, how we want to define it. We're going to try a 3 at the back system. We're going to basically try and play TJ ball with Atalanta. That's what we're going to try and do, okay? Obviously, we can load FM23. Who wants to do British Steel? Not me. Not me, thank you very much. We will go to... Actually, first of all, preferences. I need to change some of the preferences because they often change some of the bits and bobs that I don't like. Where is it? It's going to be... It's things like... They do their formats, innit? Right. So Celsius, I don't understand. Is it Celsius I don't understand? Height has got to be in feet. Weight's got to be in stones. Short distances is yards. No, short distance is meters, isn't it? Long distance is miles. Yeah, yards and miles. Celsius is about right. I don't understand any of that really, to be honest, but you know what I mean. Half of the J League pyramid isn't fully licensed at the minute, so we'll wait for the full release. There you go, Jord. Welcome in. Welcome in. There you go. That's the thing. There's the congratulations. There's the confirmation, sorry, on that. SFC fan, why don't you support Sunderland anymore? It's not that I don't support Sunderland at all. It's just the fact that I don't really bother with real life football, to be honest. It's a bit boring, if I'm honest. I'll keep my eyes out for the Sunderland results. Damn right I will. And if they struggle, then fair enough. But if they do well, fair enough as well. But I don't let it ruin my weekend. That's the thing. I'm not sitting there going like, all right, I've got to know the score. Like, I can go weeks without knowing the score. Like, and that's just what it is. But if someone says, oh, who do you support? I'll say Sunderland. But I'm not massively invested in that. I have to know everything about this club. I've got to watch press conferences, all that sort of stuff. I don't really care enough about that. So this is where we are then. This is obviously right at the start. These are obviously the game modes that we've got. So usual game modes that we've always had. So career, create a club, online career, fantasy draft, of course. We're doing some PvP stuff with the FM playoffs. Versus mode. We didn't use versus mode enough last year. I think we need to do versus mode a little bit more, particularly with some of those British Steel sides. Maybe take some of those teams out of British Steel and basically try them in versus mode. How would Crystal Palace do against Tottenham? How would Banbridge do against Huddersfield? Huddersfield versus Oxford, the battle of the Oxford system. Let's see if that actually works out, shall we? Soccer with Brian's in. Hello, Soccer with Brian. Welcome in, pal. How are you? Come and enjoy the second division American soccer. You'll never look back. I mean, I will try, Brian. Potentially. Jumping back to FM23 briefly, Tony. Guess who I saw last week? Says Nomadic Striker. Was it Bailey Cadamartery? Was it Paul Ward? That'd be brilliant if you saw Paul Ward. Will Tony be able to go the full game cycle without accidentally upsetting Newcastle fans? It wasn't accidental, Luffy. It was deliberately upsetting Newcastle fans. And no, I will not be able to go the full cycle. I'll be surprised if I can even go tonight without upsetting some of them, because you know they do get a little bit tetchy. Particularly with their stupid jet at the minute. Did you meet DJ Pedro? Did you meet Maxo? Who did you meet? Let's just get that answer right there now. So here's the things that, okay, so we're going to look at career mode tonight. Obviously, that's the first thing that we're going to be doing. And obviously, club manager. We have got some logos in, but they've not pulled through yet. So let's see. You met DJ Pedro. Amazing. Oh, so happy, so happy. Tell me that you told him that he's like the ultimate legend in our world. So So we're going to go to Italy first of all, and straight away we're going to go to Atalanta, because that's obviously what we're going to be as part of this early access save. So there you go, Serie A, all the logos are in there. And interestingly, it looks like all the... Oh, no, not all the team names are in there, of course. Some of them still deciding to do their own little thing. Here we go now. This is the bit, of course, we're going to have a look at. First of all, choose game mode. Now, choose game mode is going to give us 3 options. Okay, we can either play original game mode, which is as you would normally be, where you open up Football Manager and you've obviously got the updated squads that you use at the start of every new career, even transfers that haven't happened apparently according to the way that the dates run in game. Okay, that's how we play traditional FM. Okay, real world, that's the next one. This is where players will start at the clubs they were with on the specific day that this starts. So 30th of June, those players, if they haven't moved to the transfer deadline day, will still be at their original clubs. That's how it's going to work, okay? So transfers haven't physically happened at that moment. That's quite nice. It's quite nice. It's not quite the way we're going to be playing it though, but that's quite nice. And then there's your world, which basically means club squads and budgets will be accurate as of the start of the 23-24 season, with no real-life transfers. Now that is where they expect you to start creating your own reality. So many possibilities. Players haven't moved, you have the budgets, and you can decide what happens at that point. That's not for me. That's not for me at all. Like, it sounds amazing, but for me, I'm gonna go OG. I'm going OG setup. I'm gonna go original. Thank you very much. I know what I like, and that's what I'm in for. But all these other game modes are really, really interesting. But nah, not for me. Not for me at the minute. Advanced setup. Leagues are fine. Serie B, League 2, French National Bundesliga. Okay, brilliant, cool. Let's change that to large database, even though we're only going to be doing an early season save. And what we reckon? 1 season, 2 seasons, possibly. Yeah, not much more than that, really, is there? Let's be honest. So let's. You know what? I normally disable the transfer window as well, but I'm not going to, because, you know, why would we not? Part of the fun is, of course, buying players. So let's get that in. So let's hit start game, and let's go for it, shall we? Okay. How many streams is it that is what we should ask? Right, okay. So let's get that first poll up and running then, shall we? Because that, Dan, is you're right. It's a reasonable question to ask here, and I think it's a fair one. Three, 4 to 6, 7 to 10. Right. There. Right. Let's go for that, shall we? Raggio in with 5 gifted subs. Appreciate you, Raggio. Very, very kind indeed. Thank you so much for that. Obviously, gifting out there to Nomadic Striker, David Enk, Coley Lobes, Wilco as well. Get their subs in. Appreciate that. Very, very kind indeed. Ali, is it possible to use skins or not? Yes, it is. It absolutely is. But at the minute, they haven't. Not all of them are. Not all of them are actually released yet, because obviously the early access only came out today. So some of the skinning community will still be working on what they're doing. People like Saz, for example. Saz has told us already that the Saz 24 will be out over the weekend. So we will have the Saz 24 skin over the weekend. Tato is going to be making a 24 skin. Musterman is not making a numerical skin, so there will still be a graphic skin. And there is talk, there's a little bit of talk, that Renzi might be bringing Renzi 24 out. So it's to be honest, there's going to be a lot of good skins to pick from as we go forward. But let's see what happens. We're going to be looking at the default skin right now, to be honest. And this is obviously how we're going to play until we find something we like, and then we can start pushing forward. So obviously we're about to start. Usual setup, of course, that you get in all football managers. We're going to have our badges based on Atalanta. Normally I like to go without my badges, but it's the beta. I need to give myself a chance of not getting sacked this week. So I'm going to change my default style to motivator because that seems to be the best way for me to do it. Just shout at people, come on, come on, come on, come on. This is how you want to do it, more, more, more. Because let's face it, I'm not a tactician, am I, really? But of course you can change those from motivator, disciplinarian, youth development, knowledgeable, tactician, taskmaster. There's different stuff, of course, you can do, and you can adjust your attributes if you want to. But I'm going to keep them fairly straightforward, straight down the middle, and I'm going to go with the default setting, and I'm going to kick motivator as well. So let's whack that confirm button, start playing, and here we are. It's official. We have begun FM24, and we've taken charge of Atalanta. Atalanta have today confirmed the appointment of Tony Jameson as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the inexperienced 43-year-old is sure to raise plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at the Gewiss Stadium. He replaces the previous manager, Piero Gasparini. I mean, yeah, there's talk about pressure, right? The dressing room is Tony motivating them, shouting, just do TJ ball, for fuck's sake. Yeah, pretty much. Like, how hard can it be? Leeds understood it. Don't you make me go Sunderland on you. Okay, expectations. Media prediction, 7th. I like that. That is average. That's all I need to be. I just need to be average. I just need to see out the beta without getting sacked. That's all I need to do. Director of football's called Tony. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. We're already here. We're already in. We know exactly what's happening. We're getting a new stadium. Well, no, we're not getting a new stadium, are we? Nope, we're getting some upgrades. There's a capacity change that's going to happen on September. 15,000 capacity so far at the minute. £17 million transfer budget. That's not going to go too far, is it? I mean, to be fair, the way that I manage, it's going to go so far. That transfer budget is going to be 62 million by the end of the transfer window. I'll guarantee it. Wage budget of 982,000. And yeah, best spell of success is 1980s. What have we won? An Italian Cup. And that's it. We've not won Serie A before. And to be fair, I don't think we're going to win it this time either. So let's just see, shall we? Let's just see. Box to Box FM in with the follow. Dan Reese, resubbing for 8 months. Appreciate you, Dan. Of course, we've also got some new chatters in here as well. Tom Cra, even Tony, recently discovered the FM Show pod. Just like to tell you how much I'm loving it. Spent the week or so going through the episodes, so much so that I've almost convinced myself to give the British Steel Challenge a go. Yes, Tom, now we're talking. Looking forward to watching, listening to more of your content for FM24. Tom, thank you very, very much for that. Mrs. J, thank you for the gifted sub as well to keep that hype train going. In Fenry's got themselves a sub there. JLB TV, welcome in. Nice to see you. Tom, I'm glad that you've decided to do the British Steel, by the way, or at least considering the British Steel, because it's tough. It's really tough, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Let us know how you get on, by the way, with the British Steel Challenge. And of course, let us all know how you get on with your challenges, with your saves, who you're managing. Join the Discord. Come and let everybody know what you're up to. I'll put the FM Show Discord in there as well, because there's lots of people in tonight, and of course, we're all brand new, so it's nice to sort of get those Discords moving together, because they work concurrently, really, you know. Where is it? Let me press that button there, copy that. Okay. George, love the podcast. Atalanta's going to be nice. Yes, George, that's what we're talking about. Appreciate you as well. Matty C's resubbed in with 5 months on the line. Thank you for that, Matty. Being a child, I'm for FM Beta. I'm also in Italy, but up the red side of Milan. Milan was something I was considering, to be honest, but then I was like, I don't want to get sacked at Milan. That would be horrible. But look at this, though, for a team. This is already screaming TJ ball, because look, it's set up pretty much how we'd be doing it. So we've got here Zappa Costa, a left wing back, Hattabor, a right wing back, Scalvini, Toloi, Jimisti across the back three, Musso in goal, Darun, Ederson, Coop Miners, brilliant player, Coop Miners, Skamaka and Muriel up top, but they've not even put CDK in. I mean, he's a player and a half, this guy. We need to get him put in there somehow. That is a pretty decent starting 11, to be honest. So We might not necessarily mess around too much with that, but we will see. We will see. Particularly now Andy Carroll's gone to France, we probably can't bring him in, so we'll think about it. We'll think about it. We'll work something out. It'll be fine. So play high pressing tempo football. Play high tempo pressing football. Develop through the club's youth system. Play entertaining football. Easy. Maintain the best youth academy in the country. Sign young players. Grow the reputation. Yada yada yada. Become an established Serie A team. That's all they want this season. Become an established team. Reach the latter stages of the Italian Cup and at least reach the knockouts of the Europa League. So, right, okay. This feels okay so far. Well, at least the expectation feels all right. Do we want an inter-squad friendly? We tend to lose to the reserves, don't we? Let's not do that. And let's go for a fortnightly backroom meeting as well. So, here we go then. Okay, this is us. We're in now. Okay. Monoret says, can't get 352 to work even though it should suit my players. I mean, I don't know how it works at the minute. I will be honest, I will say right now, I have not played the alpha version. Okay, RDF has, I haven't. Okay, so I don't know what works, what doesn't work. I'm going to find out at the same time as everyone here. So we will learn together. We will win together. We will lose together. That's how it's going to be. Okay, and obviously, once we've done all this, we're going to go to build a nation Greece, and that is where we are going to build an entire nation of defeat. And some wins, possibly. Nomadic Striker, I'm managing Empoli, got a cruciate injury to my right back after 2 weeks. Oh dear. Evening Q Boy, welcome in. All figured out how to get onto the telly. Oh, look at that. Hello the telly. Jack Hobbs, just started my yearly Liverpool save for the beta. First friendly. Salah, hip injury, out for 3 to 5 months. There we go. It happens, doesn't it? Is it too late to go to Armines, says Dan. Obviously in reference to Andy Carroll, but it's never too late, is it, to leave? Franco have started the beta as Ajax, drew Aberdeen in the Europa League. Nice, very nice. Should say as well, by the way, shout out to the United City FM. I know he was in earlier. I'm not sure if he's still here. I hope he's still here, but yes, welcome in, Kev. It's always a pleasure to have you in. Lama, of course, has been in. But yeah, lots of people here, which is really, really nice to see. So here we go then. New managerial timeline by the looks of it. That's going to be quite interesting. So we'll keep our eyes peeled on that. Kev says, always around, welcome in, Kev. Hope you're good. Of course, massive shout to Kev. If you aren't following him, make sure you do. And also, have a check out of the Football Manager Therapy podcast as well. It's a great podcast anyway. I jumped on it last week and I had a lovely time. It was really, really good fun. So yeah, make sure you go and follow that. Evening, you're on. Welcome in. Welcome in. Kung Val's in as well. It's a pleasure to see you. It has been a long time, isn't it? How are we? And of course, here's the FM show as well, which you know, I will be honest, full disclosure, we are going to have to re-record next week's episode because we recorded it today, and we sort of had an inkling that maybe what we were talking about would be out of date. So Aaron and I are going to have to record something tomorrow night to be like, oh hey, so the beta's out, isn't it? And we'll talk about that. So, yeah. But then, hey, you know what? You'll get 2 episodes. You'll get something on Saturday morning, which we'll have to record Friday night. So you'll get something Saturday morning, and you'll also get something again on Wednesday. So that's what it is. And here's another little sneaky thing as well, by the way. For our Patreons, sorry to do some admin at this point, but for our Patreons who are on the FM show, what I did was I put all of the British Steel save files, went into Patreon. Okay, I know they're all in part of the subscriber channel at the minute in Discord. For anyone who's a subscriber on Twitch, right, all the save files have been available to you for the entire year. We've put them into Patreon as well now, so obviously the FM23 is done. I am busy trying to edit the end of save British Steel video, and I mean, it's under 3 hours at the minute, is all I'm saying. Like, it's going to be fine. I reckon about sort of half hour, 40 minutes, possibly max. If I can get it to half an hour, I'll be happy. But I have started editing it, so keep your eyes out for that. Once that's out, all the files will then be in another they'll be available to the wider world, so anyone can get their hands on them. But until then, you get early access to all those sorts of stuff. So go and have a look at that, either in the subscriber channel or via the Patreon channel. You need to fix Rosenborg. I mean, well, we will do as part of the YouTube rebuilds. We'll do that, right? I'm gonna write that one down actually, because Rosenborg and Odd are quite good ideas for rebuilds. Okay, as Southampton was also mentioned as well. But what I'm not doing them like other people do rebuilds, where it's like a sort of just a simulated thing. I'm trying to do it where I'll simulate it to the end of the season, and then I'll look at essentially where the clubs need to improve. So I'll try and then look at the players who've statistically done well and recruit that way. So it's kind of like a realistic rebuild, but using stats and data, and then we'll keep going. And it might work, it might not work, but I just think it's a little bit different, so it might be quite interesting to do that. Holiday Song, welcome in, appreciate the follow as well, very kind of you. Broadsaced, saying they didn't play FM23 at all. A couple of short-lived FM22 saves. So there you go. Franco, has anyone scored any weird own goals yet? I'm sure there's going to be a few bits of interesting things that will happen, but of course we'll only see those as time goes on. So supporters profile on the page here, again, pretty much the same as it was in FM23. We've got majority of our fans are core, 11% hardcore. That's fine. That keeps them, just keep them 11%. As long as they're not a really very, very, very vocal 11%, we might be okay. Vision's expectation, again, of course, we already know about that, so let's accept that. Right. Now, non-EU transfer allowance for the season. We're managing in Italy, okay? So we have to remember the following transfer limits apply. Only the first 2 non-EU players we sign from abroad who fulfill the following criteria will be eligible to play for Atalanta this season. Okay. The player has played at least 5 matches for his national team in his career, including under 21s. The player has been called up to the national team at least twice during the season. So only the first 2 non-EU players we sign have to have fulfilled that. British players can benefit from a special exemption. The first British player who joins for the season will not be counted as non-EU. However, every such signing thereafter will be considered non-EU. So does that mean I get a free hit for one English player, or one British player? Any further signings will not be allowed to take part in official matches until the following campaign at the earliest. We've already filled one new non-EU player slot for this season, meaning we can only sign 1 more until next season. Wow. Okay, this is going to be fun. Right, I can only sign 1 non-EU player. I need to write this down, otherwise I will forget this. Right, okay. 1 non-EU player. Right. That is going to limit that we are only signing Italians. Tom Craw, did I hear you say you were building the nation of Greece for the main save? Sounds fun. Building a nation is my favourite things to do when watching Play FM23. Yes, we are, Tom. We're doing that. So if, by the way, anyone who's listening in and watching, if Build a Nation sounds like your sort of vibe, hit the follow button. We're going to stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. We will be building a nation in Greece. We're going to start at AE Larissa. Actually, you know what? Let's have a little cheeky look at Larissa right now. There they are. Look at that. Greek Super League 2 North. That sounds like they've been relegated. Yeah, we can't see too much because we haven't loaded Greece on, but there you go. That's what's going to happen. We're going to be in there doing Greece. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. JLA, good thing you've got a Serie A expert that helps produce your FM podcast. That's true. That is true. Now, if only we can just backdate this save 2 years, we'll be fine. It's a good thing to know Steve actually knows proper, actual, real-life footballers as well. So, Soccer with Brian, Italy going with the MLS roster rules, it seems. I think so. Like, the thing is, Italy used to have the 2 foreigner rule. And that's what it was back in the day. Like, in the 90s, you could literally only have 2 players of foreign nationality. And far be it from me to say that's why the Italians were pretty good in the early 90s. You had to develop your own players, your own national players, really. And then obviously once they abolished that rule, and there was a lot of money kicking around in Italian football, the foreign players started coming in like they did in the Premier League. They're paying over the odds for them. They're paying lots and lots of money, so these players came in, and that of course meant that the Italian players were dropping down. But hey, the Italian players still managed to keep tabs with the foreign players in there. But I like the fact that there is now a new rule again, because that just makes things a little bit more tough, and you've got to really pay attention a bit now. And I'm not known for that. Okay, so here's our advanced warning of contracts. We're not going to bother with contracts just yet. Because let's face it, we might not still be here come the end of the season. We will see. There's the FM show link, by the way. Of course, go and see the FM show live in Nottingham on the 6th of November. Tickets are £5. Nothing else is really happening on the 6th of November, is it? So, tactics wise, right, here's what we're going to do, okay? I'm going to take a tactic that I used last year, and I'm going to plug a tactic I used last year into this Atalanta side, because I think they can play it, okay? It's going to be the first look at how we do things. Right. And I reckon Atalanta can play TJ ball. That's what I think. Okay, who's with me on this, by the way? Who was with me? Who thinks that Atalanta can play TJ ball? I realised actually I didn't even see the results of the last poll. Let's have a quick little nosy on this, shall we? How many streams till the first sacking? 4 to 6 seems like the answer. 7 to 10 was second favourite. Nobody went for the first 3 streams. That was Arsenal. Hey, we could have done another 3 streamer. That would have been interesting. And of course, nobody has said he won't be sacked. So no one has any confidence. Not that I can say that you should have any confidence, because let's be honest, where have I given you any amount of confidence? I haven't, have I, really? So that's the thing. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all for being honest. But Soccer with Brian's right. Believe. So this is what we got then. So this is what we're going to be looking at then in terms of our tactic. We're going to go for the TJ ball tactic, right? And having a look at some of these new rules. Let's have a look at the rules, shall we? You want to see the rules. You all want to see what's going on. So, for example, if I put that player back there into the fullback position, click on that there, we have fullback, defend, support, attack, automatic. Wingback, defend, support, attack, automatic. No nonsense fullback. We've seen all this before. Complete wingback on support and attack. Inverted wingback, defend, support, attack, and automatic. And here is the inverted fullback. So that's the new rule, of course, to have a look at. Inverted fullback on defend. Instructions there say hold position, sit narrower. So that's hard-coded instructions for that role. So you want to basically get yourself inside. So as soon as the ball's kicked off, you're popping inside rather than staying out wide, which of course a proper traditional fullback would stay and try and hug that touchline. The description here says, defensively, the inverted fullback will function much like a standard fullback. However, while a fullback will offer width to the attack, the inverted fullback will look to tuck inside after the build-up phase, acting more like an additional central defender. As a result of this movement, the inverted fullback will not seek to make overlapping attacking runs as often or to deliver crosses from higher up the pitch. Instead, they will focus more on providing defensive stability against counterattacks. The role should be seen as a more defensive alternative to the inverted wingback, which looks to operate more in the central midfield areas. So that makes sense. They're sitting there and they're going to sit about here, yeah? Or they're going to tuck in a bit to join here. If you've got an inverted wing back, they're going to come and sit about here. So, yeah, that's pretty decent. I like that. That's good. Okay, I'm going to keep the defensive winger on support there. And I'm also going to have a quick little look at this one, because if you go into the central defence, look at that. I know we've got 3 in there at the minute, 3 centre-backs. But the libero jumps out, doesn't it? Libero on defend or support. Obviously, this is where it gets fun. If you're in a 2 centre-back system, or 4 at the back, 2 centre-back system, you can now play libero in there. Okay, so you can be a little bit adventurous if you want, but that's going to be absolutely going to be player dependent, because you don't just want to give it to anybody because they're going to go wandering, and it could be dangerous. So it says here, libero on support. The libero is a central defender role libero on support. The libero is a central defender role that positions like a traditional. I'll do this again, shall I? The libero is a central defender role that positions like a traditional centre-back out of possession. However, in possession, the libero looks to step up into midfield to act as a pivot. The role is often combined with an inverted fullback to ensure there is enough central defenders in the system at all times. With the support duty, the libero will step into the midfield when position is secured and look to play through balls to attacking teammates. So essentially, it looks like we need a midfielder in there and not a defender. And I know they advertise that as John Stones, and John Stones is a midfielder who plays in defence. That is saying exactly what that is. Like, put a libero in your 2 centre backs and get him going forward, but you're going to need that inverted fullback to come back inside. And literally, that's what they do at Man City. Like, it's designed as Kyle Walker as the inverted fullback, John Stones is the libero in the back 4. So we're not going to mess around with that. Don't worry, we are not messing around with those sorts of roles. But that is what's going to happen. So that's how you do it. We'll have a look at it as we go through. We'll try and learn it a bit more, and maybe at some point we might do some videos on it if we understand it, which I don't think I will do. I'm going to need Llama's help, really, to be honest. Llama and of course the manager's seat. They know what's going on. Right, let's have a look at our players then, shall we? So Muzo goes in goal, obviously. He's probably the best goalkeeper that we've got. So what you're saying is Eder Militao as an inverted fullback and Bellingham as a libero. Yeah, maybe. Why not? What I'm saying is Franco Baresi as a libero, and who played right back? Costa Curta, maybe, as a right back. That's what I'm thinking. There he is. Exactly. Yeah, 55 minutes it's taken us to get a mention of our favourite, Franco Baresi. So let's have a look then. Are we going to play with who you're thinking? Scalvini as the right centre back. Let's put him in for now. We can obviously move these around a little bit. We're classing Paolo Maldini as an inverted fullback. He was more of the wide centre back, wasn't he? I suppose, really, because he liked to get up and about. Sometimes he played fullback. He was a bit of a wing back as well. Abidal could be a proper good wing back. What about Ramos? I don't know. I'm taking a guess at this now. Alan Hutton was probably a really, really good inverted fullback. So Jimisti or Taloy. I think we played Taloy as the centre half, and then did Jimisti? Oh, I can't believe I've said that. But yes, I've gone with that. So actually, I'll tell you what, let's flip them round. Scalvini can go wide for now. Simon Charlton, yeah. See, now let's get into the proper areas of what we think is going to be happening. Right, Coop Miners goes in as the Volante. We've got Edison here, who can possibly play in the midfield there. Looks pretty handy. We were looking for someone who's going to play DLP. Martin Darun, maybe. Pasalic. Quite possibly Kolasinic. Maybe. He's got 12 for jumping reach. Good fitness, 18. Aggression of 17. Martin Darun, though, jumping reach of 14. He probably just about gets it, I think. Yeah, I think he just about gets that there, nudges that in. So we'll put Darun in for now. DLP, but it might switch to a halfback, actually. So we'll see whether or not that works, because that's technically a little bit more of the TJ Ball system in the halfback. Emil Holm is probably not going to play out wide, but maybe Zorcha. Not sure. Zappa Costa definitely will be out on the left. De Ketelaere. He's got to go. He's got to go in behind, hasn't he? In fact, you know what? I'm gonna put Lookman there actually as the defensive winger out on the right, and I'm gonna put Zappacosta on the left. RDF's already dropping tactics. I mean, well, yeah, the thing is, like, you know, RDF has to be dropping tactics. That man has got it nailed, right? That's what we want. We want that man to be basically doing all that good stuff. Let him do the thing he's good at, and what he's good at is tactics. I'm not dropping a tactics video because I don't know the game well enough, to be honest. So we will see. I might get something working. Who knows? Who knows? But for now, let's just have a little nosy about and try and work out what we can do. Yeah, because this is just us getting the game. To be honest, getting under the hood, seeing what it is, having a bit of a mess about. It's only the beta. It's not a long-term save. So the quality of the Gibraltar League is poor. Oh no, don't tell me that. We've been hyping the Gibraltar League, Jord. You know that. We want it to be good. We want to build a nation Gibraltar. That's what we want. So I'm just going to put all these players onto the bench. And of course, the next bit, Rada, how's it going in Atalanta? Well, I mean, unsurprisingly, we've not progressed anything at this point. So we're just slowly putting our players into. Well, that's what we think we're going to do for the tactic, right? That looks pretty decent, okay? For me, that seems to work. Okay, what's our schedule looking like? Friendlies against Roma, Napoli, Leverkusen, Lyon and Bayern. I mean, nothing like making us feel really bad about ourselves, is there? That's like the worst friendlies we could possibly get. Oh, you know what, Tony? Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to play the most unfriendly friendlies. And good luck with that. That's where we are. God. Who had us getting sacked after one stream? Who had us getting sacked after one stream? I did. Right. Should we jump in? Should we try it? Should we have a look at set plays? Oh, God. Here we go. Here we go. Right. This is the exciting bit. It's very, very exciting. Tullio Gritti, your input is required. No, it's not. No, my input is not required at all. Your input is required to better understand your set piece preference. This will help us to set up routines which you can later adjust as you wish. Let's begin with defensive preference. Okay, so that's good then, right? They're going to help us set this up. We're not going in blind, which really helps, to be honest, because as you've seen on previous versions, we know near post, far post, or as Richard Owens eloquently puts it, near, far, wherever you are, the Celine Dion way, right? So defensively, what are we thinking? Zonal marking, player marking, and a hybrid. So nice little pros and cons list will pop up as well, of course, if you're brand new, unsure what these things mean. So zonal marking, pros obviously protects the key areas, less vulnerable to losing markers. Cons, opponents get a running start. Crosses in between the zones can cause confusion. Player marking, obviously you get specific matchups. So big player matches up with big player, small player matches up with small player. Players, if it goes wrong, accountability. Cons, of course, relies on defenders not losing their markers, and there's a risk of confusion in the second phase when, of course, players move, ball comes out, and it's like, oh, hang on, he's gone. Was I meant to go? I don't know. Which kind of means that the hybrid system works quite nicely. So a bit of both, essentially. It's like pros, bit of both. Cons, also a bit of both. I think the staff are preferring player marking. So if the staff are happy with that, if the staff are happy, I'm happy on that. Okay? Let's go for player marking first of all. Okay? So what post do you want the players marking while defending? Both posts, near post, or no post? Like, they're saying near post. Okay. Fine. Let's go with what they're thinking. Okay, let's take a look at the near post then. How many players do you like to leave forward when defending a set piece? Now, I do like to be set for a counter-attack, I must admit, right? What's your assistant manager's attributes? I don't know. Set pieces, 8. So he might not necessarily know what he's talking about at this point. But this is the beta. This is when we test everything. Doesn't necessarily have to be right now. Yeah. So do we like to leave? Do we want to sit everyone in the box? No, we don't want that. Do we want to have players breaking for counterattacks? Probably. Do we want something a bit of a balanced? I quite like the idea of breaking quite quickly. I like having players outside the area, get someone who's got a bit of high anticipation on the edge of the box, and then get players who are fast to just basically bomb forward. Especially in TJ ball as well. You want those, think of those big Chris players that we had. Obviously get that complete forward, dropping down, picking the ball up, and then turning and waiting for everyone else to come up, to be honest, and play catch up there. That's what we think. So I think set up for a counter attack at the back. Logan, how do you download? You need to click that link there, Logan, that's just flashed up there, and then you add the code TJFM in at discount the checkout, and you give Fanatical £35.05, and then they will get the code straight away, and then of course you can play the latest version of FM. It did come out today. Early access is today. Full access, full official launch is the 6th of November, but you can play as of today if you get the access basically between now and November. So that code will work even beyond November the 6th. So use that code, use that link. Supports the channel as well, of course, if you do use that link specifically. But you know what? Every creator's got that link, so you can use whatever creator you want to use, and sort of they get a little kickback on that as well. So where do you feel the ball? Sorry, how do you prefer the ball to be delivered from attacking set pieces? Near post, central areas, or the far post? They're saying near. See, I like, right? This is what I'm going to try and work out during this game cycle, okay? I want to get a set piece that's put, not the far post, but I want sort of like the back end of the central areas. I want it to come out, and I want it to be nodded back to either the penalty spot or the edge of the area, and I want people to smash it in from there. That's one of the set pieces I want to try and work out this year, okay? I also want to do something that's short, so the ball gets played in, everyone comes flying up, the ball's played out to the channel, up here on the corner, but then it's just nicked back inside as well. I want to try and see if I can create something like that. That's what I like. That's what I want to see if I can do it. They go near post at the minute. Fine, they go near post. Let's go for that for flick-ons and stuff. Also convert old saves if you can't part with your FM23 saves. That's right, Dan. You can bring them in. Which is going to be fantastic. So again, if you got, say for example, a British Steel Challenge on the go, you could bring all that in and have another go at it, because of course it never has to die, does it? How many players do you want to leave back defending during the attacking set pieces? Defend the transition, stay high, or balanced? Fewer defenders will stay back. If we go for high defending transition, of course, more defenders will stay back. Balance seems fair. Balance seems obvious. I know it's risk and reward, but I just think that while we're learning the game, we don't want to be going too gung-ho just yet. In swingers or out swingers? See, when I take a corner in real life, I because I'm right-footed, I'll do an out swinger from the right, and I'll do an in swinger from the left. So maybe I'll try that here. So let's go with you know what, let's go with easy to get direct shots on target with an in-swinger. Reduced chance of the keeper claiming the cross, but a higher chance of keeping the ball in play. Yeah, all right, let's go for an in-swinger first of all, right, okay? An out-swinger, sorry. See where you get. So this is the set piece. This is the set piece induction. Oh dear, here we go. I feel like we're all learning together at this point. Okay? I've got my pen, I've got my paper, I've got my screen. Let's see, let's dive in. Right, so Thankfully, the game gives us a few hints and tips for when we're looking at these new screens, which we don't really know much about at the minute. But this is what looks like corners attacking routine 1. An outswinging corner taken by Coop Miners, aiming for the near post. So they're looking for the attacking threats. A1, A2, they're going for the near post. A3 is at the far. A4 gets forward. Box threats. Creators. People are on the edge of the box. Defenders stay back. Right, okay, cool. That makes sense. Right, let's just skip through this a little bit because these are obviously just telling you basically where everything is. So, okay, so right, I'll probably go back through this and record some of this, but instruction count. So these are your creators, box threats. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Right, okay. Got you. And then that's what it's going to look like on the preview. Preview with the starting 11. Amazing. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. I think I understand it. Right. So if we say that our corner kick taker is Coop Miners, okay? Whoever's going to attack the near post is going to be these people here. So it's Skamaka or Jamisti. Oh, right, okay. So they've already worked out who our A1 and A2s are. So this is obviously your order of priority, I'm guessing, is it? So it's not necessarily going to be always that person going there. So you are going to mix it up a little bit. Jumper at 16. Jumper at 16. De Catalera's at the back, 16. Andy, are we doing a community challenge on the pod? We will do at some point, Andy, yeah. Obviously, the game's just come out today, and it's not officially come out until the 6th of November, so we won't be doing it until then at the very, very earliest. We are taking suggestions on things that might be interesting saves to do for the community challenge. So, if you're in the Discord, if you're in the FM Show Discord, come and let us know what you think might be quite handy. We're looking at about 5 seasons. 5 seasons seems to be the optimum for a community challenge, we think. It's got to be accessible. It can't be in 5 seasons. It can't be, take Oldham to the Premier League, because that's just ain't going to happen. And ideally, it wouldn't be the Premier League, if I'm being completely honest. I would like to go somewhere else. George's looking at the Gibraltar Wildlife Lamppost Island Challenge. Right, answer me this. Was this week's FM show Hall of Fame worthy? I think it was. Right, I called it when we recorded. I was like, that's a Hall of Fame episode right there and then. Anyone who's listened to it, can you tell me whether it is or it isn't? Gitos says yes. Hey, we need to build up a Hall of Fame episode, because I genuinely think the rock banter was great, wasn't it? That was just like, when all that happened, I was like, yeah, I'm glad this is recorded, because you could say that sort of stuff to yourselves and to your mates, and that would be like, that's really, really funny. But to have that recorded and to have like that sort of like 3 of us vibing at the same time, that was where I was just like, yeah, I think we've found our flow now. Like, as the FM show, as the Football Manager show, we were one thing. As FMT, we were one thing. As Football Manager Therapy, we were one thing. But I think now, as the FM show, I think that's what the FM show looks like now. Like, we're certainly getting there. I did question whether Aaron understood that Gibraltar has a big rock. It was electrifying, says Dan Rees. Forgetting producer Steve to consider a save outside of Florence. Yes, it was. RDF doing the pause killed me. Oh, it was the perfect timing, Brian. It was like the Rock Cup. It's if you smell. There's room for everyone for sure in our own special way podcast rule. That's exactly what I said on FMT, wasn't it? Wasn't it, Kev? I said, look, every show has its own corner of the community and of its own corner of the FM space. Like FMT, if you haven't listened to it, by the way, I said FMT is the community podcast. It focuses on content creators, it focuses on the playoffs, it focuses on competitions, PvP, YouTube. That's a great thing. That's a great thing. And that's covered, I think. 5-star potential is kind of old school. It's taken a lot. It's got a lot of listeners who are bloggers, people who in the forums, quite active in the forums. So they've been on 5 years. They've got their own crowd, and of course the FM show is very much, as we like to call it, the digital gaming manual. So we look at things like where people maybe haven't played the game before are coming in. We're saying, look, hey, look, so this is how you do these sorts of things, or people who maybe have just not played the game for a while, come back into it, went, oh shit, it's different, now what do I do? Or maybe they just play 3 seasons and they play as Man U and they play as Real Madrid and they just want to win the Champions League and that's it. Like, we know we've got a hardcore fan base as well who are massively into like the sort of challenges that I like, but we're aware that we also appeal to everything. So I think that's good. I think everyone has their own niche, and we are a niche within a niche. That's the phrase, isn't it? But I think there is some good content being made at the minute, a lot of good content, and I think it's only going to get better as well, to be honest. So we still need to figure out the FM pod war games sometimes. Yes, we do. We absolutely do. That's gonna be great, isn't it? So let's see here. So I mean, to be fair, I'm relatively happy with that as a first set piece. Squad have limited understanding of this set piece routine and will not be able to use it effectively in the upcoming matches. I mean, that's only because we've only just turned up today, right? We've only just went, right, now's the thing. So that's scenario to attack. Scenario to defend seems to be... where's our bigger player? Jamisty is... Where's Jamisty hanging out? Is he zonal marking? He's a first, is he? Where's he at? A first aerial defender. Oh, right. Oh, now we're talking. Okay. So trackers and counter-attackers. Oh, right. Okay. So what we can do, what I'm guessing is we drag these players in order of priority. So say, for example, Jamisty gets injured, comes off, Scalvini goes to number 1, essentially. Unlike when you previously managed... Jamisty got injured and you had nobody else there, they just put someone else in random. They've now actually got a thinking behind it, like the squad planner. So you sell your number 1 player, your number 2 player goes up to number 1. That's how I think it's going to be. Good. Right. Happy with that. Players can track, players can counter attack. Oh, okay, right. This is going to need a bit of sit down in it to understand what goes on here. So that's cool. Right, we can work out set plays. Yeah, drag those into priority of the areas you want to focus on. Yeah, okay, awesome. Right, I think there's going to be some stuff that we're going to have to learn. We're going to have to learn quite a bit, I reckon. Let's attend this meeting here, shall we? So Martin Darun is the captain. I don't know about that. Who's the club captain already? Taloy. I'm not taking it off him then. I'm not taking it off him. Alright, I'm going to move on. Let's check these bits of training recommendations, shall we? Look, of course, there as well. Assignments, great. Taloy and Edison are happy. Language courses. Move past these staff at the minute. I mean, they look very, very good, actually, though, to be honest. Let's get Shabazz Mughal in as a top quality sports scientist. Okay. Right. $8,000, is that reasonable? It would appear that it might be. There you go. In. Rich Son, welcome in. Hope you're all well. If my beta save, I'm managing the J League Tier 3 Nazumu. I've got a 48-year-old midfielder. I don't speak a word of Japanese. What could possibly go wrong? Keep the game language in English. That's the way to do it. Keep the game language in English. I've tried that before, changing the game language, and it is difficult. It is difficult. Is the 48-year-old midfielder, is that King Kazu, is it? Andy, we should do a network save for a couple of seasons. It would be funny. It would be amazing, to be honest. If we could do it, if we could organise it, because it is tricky, of course, to sync 3 diaries up. It is very, very tricky, but if we can do it, we will try. We will try. Didn't RDF change the game language when he managed in Turkey once? I think he did. Right, this is Roma. Then they're setting up in a 5-3-2, we reckon. Alexander Corbin, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. Nick P. Bit of a time saver. There's a little drop down on the top left of the set piece pitch thing. You can toggle to see which players will take up each role for the upcoming match without having to hover over each one. Cool, appreciate that, Nick. This is what we're all about, isn't it? You know, get us in here, learning everything together. Let's have a little nosy at that then. So which bit here? There, the preview options. Is that what it is? And then just click the starting 11 there. And that's what we look like. Yeah, there we go. See? Nice and easy. That's how it's going to look. Perfect. And then, of course, we can start stacking up routines as well. Add some more in. And again, same there as well. Duplicate the current routine. Create a new routine. Far post in swinger, near post in swinger, central in swinger, far post out swinger, near post out swinger, central out swinger, short out swinger, short in swinger. Oh, we're going to have some fun. Imagine winning a major cup with a set piece you've created from scratch. Oh, imagine that feeling. It's going to be so good, isn't it? Jordan, show how I feel that my best player is a 5-star 35-year-old Spanish guy with 9 for first touch who once played in Bolivia. I think I'm definitely going to Gibraltar. I'm definitely going there. Jimmy Cork in with a follow. Appreciate that. United City, I know I'm a little ahead of you, mate, but ball mechanics are really improved. It feels like plays very well so far. Well, that's why I'm skipping on a little bit, to be honest, Kev, and I'm going to try and get into the first match at the very least, and we can play something. Even Cheese God, how are we? Beta, we don't know. To be honest, we are an hour and a half in, and we're still really in the first few days. This is the early access release, as it's called. It feels like actual football. Oh, I'm not going to like that, am I? So, there's a club. Oh, I was going to say the club in Serie B offers 67 million. No, 67 grand, Tony, for Alessandro Malamo. I mean, right, fine. Emergency backup player. Fine. Okay, let's do that then. So he can go out. Let's just accept that there. You say early access, look at the bottom left-hand corner. Well, yeah. Look, all I'm just saying is that they've been using the words. Sports Interactive have been using the words early access. Miles has been using the word early access. You're right, it does say in the bottom, this is a beta version, but that's what they've been saying. That's like, you know, it's the new gen regen thing, isn't it? You know what I mean? So, but of course they are now called regens then. New gens, sorry, they're not called regens. So there you go. Also tell Miles regens. No, they're new gens, bearded child. They're not regens at all, because they're not regenerated players who've already been. They're completely brand new players. So that's the thing. If I knew his number, I'd tell him. I'll text him. Yeah, I'll text him. Tell him. See what he says. I reckon he's going to be busy. What are the thoughts so far? So far, I'm very happy with it. But that's because I've not played the game yet. I see strange things going on. There's lots of goals. Other teams don't make subs. I mean, look, there'll be bits. Things will be tweaked out. Remember, it is early access. There is still 2 weeks to go until official release. So it always gets patched. There's going to be some stuff changing. So just got to wait with it, right? It's going to be fine. So we obviously have to now try and upset all of the squad at once with our initial team meeting. I would like to take the opportunity to introduce myself as the new Atalanta manager. On behalf of the team, they want to welcome me. Okay, thanks, Taloy. I like the fact you're here. I think I want to talk about our Serie A aims, the campaign, talk about European. Right, let's talk about the Serie A aims. Do you want top half? I know they're saying be like, I'm confident we can show everyone that we're capable of made of and put a strong performance. Top half, get in. And then we want to be deep into the latter stages, don't we? I think we have a chance to achieve our Europa League objectives this season. Let's reach the latter stages. 2 players reckon it's too much. Nah, I'm fine. I'm alright with that. Some people are now upset. Oh dear. I don't think there's much else to talk about at this point. May have upset some players, which is fine. But overall, everyone's relatively happy. Apart from the players who aren't. Oh well. Player targets and promises. You haven't set any player targets or issued any promises. Right, this is a new bit as well, of course, the player targets. So an effective negotiating tool that can be used to help improve the performance and happiness of your players, as well as convincing them to put pen to paper during contract negotiations. Empowering players to be able to take charge of their own future can have very positive outcomes for the club. Okay, cool. So I'm guessing things like score loads of goals, don't concede, get some assists. That's what I'm presuming my player targets are, yeah? Promises. When players are set performance-based targets, they typically will be accompanied. Promises. When players are set performance-based targets, they will typically be accompanied by a promise that is fulfilled upon successful completion of the task. Often something they've been asking for. I mean... Right, okay. We haven't set any targets or objectives yet, so let's keep it that way for now. Touré's out with a broken leg. That's not good, is it? Hateboer out with damaged cruciate ligaments. Dynamics induction. We've just literally we've already been there. Like, we know who's there. Take the training induction. No. Pre-season plans, tactical plans. I can't believe we're playing Roma. Like, as part of the... I can't believe that Roma, Napoli, Bayer Leverkusen, Lyon and Bayern Munich are our pre-season friendlies. And then we play Inter and AC Milan as our first 2 matches. God. Talk about baptism of fire. We finished the season away to Torino and then at home to Fiorentina. Might be getting a little bit ahead of myself looking at the final fixtures, but... Right. Let's get this going, shall we? Press conference time. I'm guessing there's new questions. What are your initial thoughts about taking the Atalanta job? I'm scared now. I'm excited. Very excited. Many people think Atalanta's wage budget is too small for you to bring in quality players. I don't think that's true. I think we will be fine. We offer more competitive salaries. I feel we need to be more competitive in the salaries we offer. It's clear we need to spend more. I disagree. No, I think that's fine. Morale in the mud before we start. Yeah. Was there something about Atalanta in particular that made you sit up and pay attention? I bought a shirt off Classic Football Shirts, and I've got a book about them. There's potential. Did you ever doubt this was the right job? No, not at all. I mean, the reason we're here is because Sampdoria are in. The reason we're here is because Sampdoria are in Serie B. So, you know, you've taken this job without being able to speak Italian. It'll be fine. That's going to be the least of our worries. Is me not being able to speak Italian. I want to get the backroom staff on board. It can't be an enviable task to follow in the footsteps of Gasperini. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be tricky. Does the Atalanta squad have enough quality? Yes, absolutely, but I want to get to know everyone, and I'll make my decision later. Have I met the players? Oh, they're excited. They're very excited. There's a hunger. How important are the Atalanta fans? So important. So important. Where can the club go under our leadership? I'm going to tell you, we can do well, but I have a sneaking suspicion it might not be great. What approach have I got? I'm going to be balanced. Got to be... Oh, will Toloi remain your captain? Absolutely. Where can the squad be strengthened? Probably a goalkeeper, actually, I'd imagine. I think our goalkeeper could probably be better. Your arrival comes at a time when there's considerable doubt about Koopmeijer's future. Right, let's have a conversation. See what we can do. Do you think that somebody abroad will be willing to make an offer? Well, we are not going to be selling them there. Let's put it that way. Okay. I got a surprise shirt ordered today. Said being a child, my main save mate. Now I've changed. New team play at the Fernando Torres Stadium because he was born close by. That's pretty cool. So what team did you get then, being a child? Because there is a surprise shirt link, by the way, for anyone who's not got a save idea yet, and they're trying to think, how do I do this? We do have a discount code with surprise shirts. Let me find out where it is. Is that the right? Should be it. That should work. It's not. There we go. It's because I can't spell surprise. That's the problem. Focus Bill, welcome in. Appreciate the follow there. So, scouting introduction. Let's have a look at the scout, shall we? I should say as well, we've downloaded some new views as well, which we haven't put in yet, but they're going to be the stag views. So give us 2 seconds. Get them loaded, shall we? So squad. There we go. Main view. That's what we go for straight away. Right. And then auto size all columns. Nice. So obviously this will all change when we get the Saz skin on board as well. So there'll be a few bits and pieces that I'll be tweaking as we go through. Okay. So just so you can be like, oh yeah, that's changed, isn't it? Oh, yes, that has changed. Scheduling, for example, we can change that as well. FC Fuenlabrada, a tier 3 side near Madrid. That sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool indeed. Okay, so player injured, stub toe. I mean, that's not. I don't want that, do I? Sports scientist person is in. Welcome, Shabazz. I realised we haven't even had a look at any of the players. We just sort of went straight and just went, yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Here's Scalvini, by the way. 19-year-old wonder kid. Wide centre back. Plans are fine. Contract status is all good. Reports. Let's have a look and see what's new down here. So hire an intermediary to sell, ask agent about market interest, offer via transfer rooms. This is all the new stuff that's in there when it comes to selling players. So at the minute we don't have to worry about that just yet, but that's going to be something that's going to come in as we get into the save, and particularly, of course, as we go into the main save of FM24, which is our Build a Nation save. So that's going to become really interesting. If we have a look at scouting now and see what it looks like, because again, I don't think we're going to be straight in with many new players straight off the bat. Okay, so obviously we play with attribute masking on as well, so some players you might not be able to fully understand what's going on with them. So £17 million isn't going to get us too much, but let's have a quick little nosy, right? Let's have a little nosy first of all and just see who is on the who's unattached. shall we? That's always quite fun to see, isn't it? David De Gea, for example, is unattached. Now, okay, here's a question. Who's bid for him, first of all? Oh, right. Clubs in far-flung parts of the world. All right. What star do we pick? We've picked the normal conventional star, Andy. So we're not going with the Your World or the what's the other one that they've went with, the other universe. We just went straight away with the original entry level database, because that's how my brain works. I think that's the best way to do it, to be honest. Elite Clarity, we're back for another year. What a game so far. I was more worried the most ever was going to go into FM25. No, I think, look, basically what they've done is they were never going to bring out a bad FM24. Like, you can't, in a sense, announcing FM25 kind of meant that FM24 would have to be good anyway, because if it's not, then people aren't buying an FM25. Like, you can't just say, right, look, let's get FM25 in, that'll be great. It's not a thing. You can't just be sat trying to be like, oh yeah, everyone's going to come and buy FM25. If FM24 was a stinker, then no one's going to be going for it. Like, you know what I mean? So I think what they've done is they've been very, very keen to make sure the game that they get out is the best game they can get out, as they always do, right? And again, I'm going to say this as myself, not as anyone who's like, visited the studios or whatever, or like sort of did a podcast. That I'm not doing it as a mouthpiece. I'm saying as a Football Manager fan, they will only bring out something that they'll bring out what they believe is the best game they can make that year. That's just the fact, right? There's no way they're gonna say, hey, you know what, this is where we are, right? They're not just gonna rush something out and go, that'll do. If FM25's coming out, there's no chance they're gonna do that. No chance at all. So let's see what it is. And I think it's going to be like from the few seconds that I've had a look at the game so far, then I think it looks fine. You know what I mean? It looks very, very fine so far. But as we say, this is literally from the few seconds we've seen it. So transfer induction seems very, very similar to what we saw last time. West Ham have made an offer for Miranchuk, but they only want to take him on loan though. So 60 grand a month, £900,000 mandatory fee. No, piss off, West Ham. West Ham are having a joke, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Nah. Here's the West Ham way. The West Ham way is overpay for players. That's what you need to be doing, right? Not sitting here being taken for a ride. Christian Capone apparently off to Cosenza. That's fine. Yeah, you can go. You can go. Alessio Rossa wants to go to Reggiana as well. That's fine. He can go as well. But yeah, I think that's to say from what I've got now, first impressions. Yeah, seems fine. Seems fine, to be honest. This is a new screen as well, of course. Well, it's not new, but it's kind of been polished a little bit, and they're looking at it slightly differently. So match preparation isn't just a case of what you do on the training pitch now. There is that a little bit more focus going into each specific game. So for example, here we might look at our possession, transition, or out of possession phase, transition phase, out of possession phase. So we can look at the weaknesses in their defence. We should focus our possession for the game against Roma to reinforce the style of play. Transition, study how the opposition reacts immediately after turnovers, and then out of possession, review the opponent's most effective attacking combinations. So cool. Okay, so possession phase, great. We want to look at preparation for example, again, specific set piece preparation as well. So utilise good throw-ins, utilise attacking free kicks, defending corners, attacking corners, penalties. That's pretty cool as well. Roma have a player capable of delivering a long throw, so we should focus on long throws so we aren't caught out by this. Okay, so we're defending those. That makes sense then. And also defending free kicks as well, because they rely on set pieces. Interesting. Very interesting. And then match prep as well takes you in here, which I know was obviously in FM23, but it's now presented in a much more logical way. So, okay, cool. Quality of life, I think they call it, isn't it? I mean, these are dreadful bids. 1.3 million, 4.5 million for West Ham. He's valued at 6. Right, let's take. I mean, I mean, you may well be wanting that, but let's be honest. That's not where you're going. Let's go 5.5. See if that's an option, shall we? I can't imagine him going to Monaco. I can't imagine Monaco having the money, to be honest. Udinese want to sign Zortia. 24 years old, fringe player. Doesn't look like he's going to get too much. Discuss generating market interest. Should we have a little look at it? Should we click it, see what it does? Agent, we need to sell Zortia. We'll be happy to listen to offers. We'd like to know how much he's worth in the current market. We're keen to sell him and interested to find out what he's worth. Let's just say we're curious, shall we? There's some interest around 1.4. Okay. That's interesting. Good to hear there's interesting time to think things over. Let's invite offers. Fair enough. Let's do that. That's quite a nice little idea then. Market interest discussion. My client will be very interested in speaking to other clubs. Obviously, we can now hire intermediaries if we're going to struggle to get rid of them, of course. And then offer in the transfer room. We'll put him in there. Is he in? Should we have a look at the transfer room? Let's have a little look, shall we? Right. So he's got 1.4 million. Let's put that as 1.4. Offer via transfer room. Right, he's gone in. He's gone on the transfer room. I don't know what happens, but he's there. That's all we can do, innit? Recruitment meeting. We will play a game. Honestly, I will play a game at some point. Interesting. There's no players put there for that position. Who's currently playing there? It's a defender. It's Zappacosta is playing there currently. 31-year-old attacking fullback Zappacosta is playing out there. Right, expiring contracts. Fine. And again, this is something that we'll obviously be looking into a lot more as we go deeper into the main game. Obviously, of all the bidding, the client may become unsettled if he's not allowed to speak to at least Crystal Palace or Monaco. I mean, £300,000 a month. Can you at least consider upping things up a little bit? Because it's not really good enough, is it? West Ham are happy to pay over the odds. Zortia, right, Zortia's on his way out, that's fine. Let's reject Leon's loan and get him out for permanent transfer. He can just go as well, that's fine. He seems like he's not one for us. And then 40 grand is fine. A match. Finally, a match. Zapata is now an Italian citizen. There we go. That's going to help us, surely, in our selections now. So, right, here we go then. Match day. We are, as we've said, we're going to be playing the TJ ball system that we had in FM23. Hopefully it's going to work, right? Hopefully it's going to work. I'm going to put Ruggieri in actually as the left back. Zappacosta can come out for now. Actually, you know what? Let's keep him in because I think Ruggieri might end up going in because he's going to be very, very good, isn't he? Good crossing, anticipation. Actually, you know what? No. He might need to play there. Let's put him there. Right. Evening, Adam, by the way. Welcome in. Nice to see you in. So, hope you're good. Right. Let's go for it, shall we? Let's go for it. So, our first match of FM24, Atalanta versus Roma in a pre-season friendly. Going hard on Lukaku. Right, now, is the stadium music a little bit loud? Let me just quickly check that's working. Right. Can you hear that coming through? Is the stadium noises coming through at this point? So I think they're coming through the wrong channel. Ian with Stockport Hatter, welcome in. Not yet. Yeah, see, I've got it coming through my head, you see. So that's what I'm trying to work out where game, because I'll try. Did we actually? Yes, there you go. That's it. Right, is it that now? I'm worried it's coming through the music channel. It shouldn't. Here I am trying to fix bits and pieces on the fly. That's never a good thing, is it? Wait, it's definitely coming through my head. Right. Oh, that's very loud. Okay, right. I can hear it. Very, very loud through here, so we'll try and work it out as we go along. So right, let's see what we are then. So obviously Atalanta in red and blue stripes. Sorry, in red and blue and black stripes. Roma in red. Oh, ball's playing out the. Okay, so already they're looking for corners to the edge of the area. Near post corner's gone over. Still no commentary. Yeah, it's not commentary though. It's the audio that's coming through. It's the game audio. So all you hear is the fans at the minute, and I'm not sure if that's coming through. It's definitely coming through in my head. So I need to work out where that is because we had to change it when we played Axis. Good cross in. Oh! Ruggieri putting his arms. That was quite cool. Evening from Germany. Evening, Veltins. How are you? A little tip for FM24. Even several goalkeepers, they get injured a lot more. Excellent. That's what we like. So Lukman, Skimaka, Lookman with the ball in. Big back post header. Ruggeri gets us a goal early doors. What a header that is. What a header. I need to work out how to turn this down. This is so loud in my head. Oof, good save by Musso. Even GB, welcome in, pal. How are you? Nice to see you in. Hope life's well. Apologies if I'm starting to shout at this point now. I'm trying to work out exactly where it's coming from. I might be settings in the actual game, maybe. Change this highlight. Balls over Pellegrini. Oh, that's a nice bit of interception there. That'll do. Right, hang on. There we go. Preferences. Is it too loud? Pre-match volume. There we go. Take it down to 3. That probably helps. Better. Better. Yeah, I was gonna say, I know where the slider is, but it's like I need for that to come through the stream as well, and it's not really coming through the stream. So, so is that right? Is it not coming through the stream at this point? You're getting no game sounds. Also, as well, no music possibly as well. Oh no, music's still there. Just TJ and tunes, music's on. Okay, well, that's a shame because I like the game sounds on. I know some people don't like it, but that's one of those things, isn't it? I wonder why it wasn't coming through. Unless we have to do that new audio thing that we had before. That was confusing. How about now? Are you getting audio come through now? There we go. Right. Okay. Stadium sounds are now on. Right, so I need that added to my to my audio nesting. Okay, cool. Right, so that's got to go in everything. Okay, cool. But I don't know where to turn that down in my head. Throw the ball. Don't need to throw the ball, Andy. Don't need to. We're 1-0 up. Cute miners. Goes in. That's it. Oh, Pellegrini. Yeah, I'm just trying to turn them down now, Kev, just to see where they go. So that should be better. Is that better? I think it's actually still quite loud, isn't it? There you go, that's better. Evening, Lobes. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Right, then if I change that. Right, okay. I love how like we're doing FM, and then there's also me just trying to go, oh, hang on, maybe I have to try and fix this. Be fine, don't worry. It's not going to be the first time that I've done this wrong, isn't it? Taloy Lookman. Oh, that's quite good. A little bit of sort of showing them down the line. Eskamaka, Dicatalaire. Oh, decent effort. Right, corner. Arms come up. Ruggeri thinks about it. Floats in. Oh, two players come for the header there. Karsdorp up, Dybala, Pellegrini. I mean, the motion's very, very smooth. Very smooth. Good shout, rather, actually. Yeah, get some hydrates on the go. The actual animations themselves Looked very nice. Players thinking about pulling off side trap. Musso punches it away. Lobes doing well, just jumping at everyone's stream. Yeah, good plan, Lobes. Very good idea. Oof. Good save. Ball weight's fantastic. It is a bit, isn't it? It's definitely. Told myself I'd skip FM24 and hold off for next year, but now I'm tempted. Yeah. Oh, go on, Toloi. Toloi's away. Look how quick those Roma players got back, though. Very quick. Take work the ball in the box off. Not sure about that. And Dica Llorente. Get that ball in. Right, we don't do back seating, Andy. We're just messing about at this point. I mean, to be fair, we should have put a tackle in there. Cristante shouldn't be beaten at the near post. Shouldn't be beaten at the near post. Play two liberos, no chance, no chance. No, I know we're messing about, but there's messing about and there's messing about, you know. Alright, let's bring Toloi off for Kolasinac as well. Do that. Oh, hang on. Almost. Okay, a nice little bit of... The weight on the ball is very good, isn't it? I think we have to try and go positive as well. That'll do. Well in, Lookman. Alright, go positive. Encourage a bit. Moving to the players look much better than FM. Yeah. It does look better. It looks better. It's certainly smoother. Just getting caught out. Wait for the 3 liberos and 7 treks. That's what we need to start with, to be honest. Now, see, I like the fact he's busy shouting back at the goalkeeper, but look at this. We've left a huge patch here. Unmarked. Technically, they're not playing with anybody in the middle there. So if we can get the ball forward, we should be fine. Ah, well. Never mind. Great. Lookman's upset. Right, where's that? I need to turn that volume down on my head. Right. Actually, it's 3 there. That's right. Okay. Cool. So that's that. Right. Where are we? Next bit. So, continue. Fine. 1 match played. Good. Happy with that. Obviously now we need to refocus a little bit, I think. Let's see what we've got. What we managed to get. We're still... This is just like... Right, okay, fine. I don't think that's a great deal, to be honest, but let him do it. Let him do it. Where is it? Mix it. That's that one, isn't it? So that's got to go. Sorry, I'm still trying to work out where this all goes on here. Where does it go on my... Right. Evening, Katie. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're good. How's life treating you? Hope life's good. Hope your life is well. Just busy trying to get some bits and bobs sorted. Obviously, we're in our FM24. Dynam's in as well with a follow. Appreciate that. Very kind. Welcome in. Welcome in, part of the squad. So, yeah. First friendly match. Done. Right. Doing graphic bits, waiting on the game download. And that's, yes. That's the way to do it. Absolutely the way to do it. Yeah, I've got a few bits and pieces I need to be sorting out myself as well, to be honest. So, got that to sort out. Got videos to edit. On the podcast to record on Friday, tomorrow, because obviously, early access dropped. We weren't expecting it, but early access is here now. So that's one of those things. Just so you know, next week's FM show is all about what if early access drops. So yeah, might be ever so slightly out of date, but still a good episode though. Yeah, that's what it's all about, right? So we don't need Samardzic. Bruno Amione. Could be quite a good one for the future, apparently. Yeah, 7 million quid. Oh, he's Argentinian. That's going to be a problem, isn't it? He has an Italian passport, so we might be okay. Agents availability. 300 grand, right, okay. Alright, let's keep ourselves in that conversation for now then. Terracino as well. Terracciano, I should say, sorry. He's a bit more expensive though. Valentin Gendry. Juan Gonzalez. Morten Frendrup. Dane at Genoa. Josh Doig. There we go. Now we're talking. Yeah. We've got the money. Johnny D, how are we working on release day? I'm currently working the USP truck at a dock, loading up, listening in the background, because why not? Why not indeed, Johnny? Exactly. Yeah, to be fair, it's fun. I'm enjoying it, to be honest. We're having a nice time. Don't really know where we are with it just yet. We're busy learning it as we go through, so that I think is the best way to do it. Obviously, this is what early access is for, is obviously learning the game, working out what works, working out what doesn't work, and trying that way. Dynam says Argentinian teams are tough, only been here 5 minutes, and the Premier League and those other nations are trying to buy all my squad. I mean, that's football though, right? That's football, but yes, you're right, that does sound tough. That sounds very, very tough. We're in Italy, of course, and the same thing's probably going to happen here, to be honest. I mean, this guy looks reasonable for what we could be after. Determined, can probably jump a bit. 6'2", he's already got a bid in. Roma want him. 4.9. I'm gonna be rushed on this one. Let's go 4 mil. Calabria. 30 million quid. We haven't got 30 million quid. Why are you bringing players like Calabria in there? We definitely can't afford that. Casale, 13 million pounds. That's again is quite expensive, isn't it? George, remember the guy who played in Bolivia? Turns out he's also got 22 MLS appearances as well. I mean, this fella sounds like he's been around. Yeah? We need to find his backstory. Alexander Duncan. Cracking name. So these just decent players at this point. Right. Oh, Jonas Wind. How much is Jonas Wind going to cost? The Jonas Wind beneath our wings. 9 million quid, 12 million quid. I do feel as though Jonas Wind could be somebody I'd be quite excited to have. Dubravka, Decore, Ospina. Yeah, I'd be interested in a bit of that. AC Milan want 9 million quid for a player that's only 4 million. That they're letting Roma have for 4.9 million and a bit. Oh, with the extra bits and bobs. Nah. Come on, we're not going to put that much money in, are we? Let's make like an extra 2 million quid. There. I'm not going silly on this. Right? I feel as though we've probably... I think we maybe put too much money on here, actually, to be honest. £48,000. We're not going to be able to afford them, are we? Nah, it's not fussed. Oh, maybe 43. Right, we're up to it on wages, so we shall see. Having fun in the second division, Group 2 in Norway. Oh, lovely. That's what it's all about, right? How are we finding Milan? Well, I mean, we're at Atalanta, Q-boy. At the minute, I'm finding it absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. We've obviously not been here too long, so we're just we've played one match so far, and that's a friendly. So we lost 3-1 to Roma, which, to be fair, I don't think is going to be. I mean, it might be sort of how the season goes, but we're not going to judge how we get on just off the back of one friendly, are we? You lot might, but I'm not gonna. I feel as though you lot will. I will, and I might, and I am definitely gonna. Aberdeen 13 minutes in, 2-0 down. There we go. No idea where I got Milan from. We just looked at a Milan player. That could be it, to be honest. That could be it. But yeah, here we are. Though we're playing. We are as Atalanta. I don't think Lucas Moura is the complete forward as well. That could be part of it. So we're up against Napoli. So we'll see how we get on here. Yeah, I don't think Lucas Moura is that complete forward. Is Scamacca? Maybe? Oh, nicely headed away. Lookman picks it up. Let's try and switch that around. Yeah, actually, yeah, Scamacca's got a bit more about him, hasn't he? See if that works better. Obviously, Napoli haven't got any attacking threat at all for us to worry about. Yeah, as long as we can keep Osimhen and the Georgian lad quiet, then we'll be fine. Speaking of which, oof. I mean, speaking of which, exactly. Di Lorenzo. Try a nice little short free kick. Play the ball out. Politano, Zelensky. Great ball. Oof. Okay. Muriel made great AF. That's literally what we've just switched him round to. I was like, right. I was thinking, is he going to be the complete forward? Maybe not. We need Scamacca to be up and down a bit. CDK is just behind, pulling the strings. Oh, that's what we're talking about. Offside. That was better. That was much better. Oh, hang on, we're far too high up. Far too high up. Could see that goal coming a mile off. Oh dear. Oh, see, he misses the header, and then we're just too. I know it looks fine, but we're just too high. As soon as he picks the ball up there, he's not watching. So Darun is Elf. De Ketelera's back as well, and it's like, yeah, just ball's gonna play into there. Darun goes for it. I think because he's on a DLP role rather than like we used to have a halfback in that role. So I'm wondering whether he's a little bit too attacking in that sort of moment right there. Chris Doss, welcome in. Appreciate the follow, pal. Thank you for that. So I wonder if I change that to a ball winning midfielder and defend, he might just stay there a little bit better. Maybe just change it to a DM actually as well. That might be the better way of doing it. Because he's there on the DM and then Volante next to him. And he used to be a halfback at Celtic. I'm sure it was a halfback. Right, I'm going to say something. I think the animations are almost too smooth. Do you know what I mean? Like, because there was just a little passage of play there where players just sort of like floated past each other. Good challenge by Ruggieri. Ball's back inside. Lookman. Nice ball over the top. Coop Miners. Oh, I should have just pulled it back. Why couldn't we just put the ball back across the penalty spot there? About the penalty area. Ruggieri, where's he going to put it? Bit of movement in the box. Skamaka thinks about it. Oof. Win the second header from Jamisti. Okay. Not too bad. 5 shots, 4 on target. 1-0 down from a mistake. Which is fine. We're okay. Taloy's on a yellow card, so we probably need to bring him off actually. And Ruggieri as well, so Zappacosta's going to have to come on. So, right, 2 changes. See if that changed anything. Might have to go positive as well, rather than balanced. Oh, Muriel's just ran straight into Lookman. Lookman! Literally, Lookman! It's a good effort, isn't it? Let's take the step up off. Let's see if that helps. I know obviously when we had it before and it was like sort of forcing teams into errors, but I think against Napoli, maybe don't step up. Let's go positive as well actually, see if that's going to make any difference. Muriel 6'4", Scalvini 6'6", and not having a great time. Actually, Kolasinac is now as a left sider, so let's put him there then. See if that works. And Lookman's not having a great time, so let's bring Holm on maybe. See if that works. See how we look from there. Coop Miners is starting to get tired. Maybe bring Edison on. Okay, possibly. Zelinski tees it up to the back post, off the line. Zappacosta gets it away. Let's do that. Actually, let's bring Edison on. Oh, nicely intercepted. Muriel. Bit of pressure. CDK. Back to Muriel. Yes. Offside. Oh. Jamisti down the line. No one's looking for that. No one's looking for it. We've got to work on our throw-in tactics, our set pieces. Bit of encouragement. Oh, nice intercepted by Zappacosta. Back inside, CDK. Muriel loses it. Jamisti. CDK in for Skamaka. Oof. We need to turn that press up a bit as well, don't we? Because I can see us. I can see us forcing an error, but then I got a feeling we're going to lose it. Cubo, I play with comprehensive highlights. I've noticed it stutters during matches now and again. Could be the PC. Got a gaming desktop, shouldn't be a problem. Have you got the latest drivers for your graphics card, Cubo? Excited to update mine before I started tonight. I don't know, it's just the fact that the graphics drivers came out today, but I was obviously prompted to do that with the game as well. Stutters when the ball goes high. Was that right? Oh, great ball there. Skamaka's through. Oh, just pull it back. CDK with the corner. Whipped in. Heads away. You know what? This isn't a bad performance, to be honest. Right? As far as pre-season friendlies are going, 1-0 down against Napoli. We'll take that. Here's Muriel. Holm. Back for Muriel. Edison. Deflected corner. This is more like it. Just dial up that pressure. Zappacosta whips it in. Skamaka goes up with, I think, his hand, to be honest, so a bit more encouragement on the team. Darun Kolasinac. Skamaka back to the goalkeeper. Scalvini. Darun. Oh, it's a dreadful ball. Giving it away. Raspadori down the wing. Oh, you could see it open up a little bit, like they were gonna punish us there. Darun for Adopo and Pasalic on for CDK. I mean, we're right up against it now. Last couple of minutes. I know it's only a friendly, but it is only 1-0. Alright. Can we get the ball away? Can we get the ball away? There's no point putting your arm up for offside. Oh! Oh. Yeah, I don't think we're going to... I don't think it's going to come for us, to be honest. Just trying to kill the game off now, aren't they? Yeah. He's done a decent job there saving that. You're right. He's sort of kept us in the game in a sense. But up front, that's a dreadful ball, isn't it? Gatos, it's been a long night. Catch you soon, mate. Gatos, appreciate you, buddy. Pleasure having you in. I mean, that's not a dreadful performance, is it? 8 shots, 6 on target. We'll take that. 63% of the football. I don't think we are a million miles away. Really. Yeah. We'll be all right. More technical familiarity, the flow better, and the team cohesion. Yeah, check the job screen. Good shout, the Arsenal. Finally, someone saying things that need to be said. And it's not looking great at this point, is it? Although we are now stable, so we've... I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's absolutely fine. Dino, welcome in, Dino. How are you, buddy? Been touring around some streamers to see how they play. Many of them just race through it. Anyway, like a homing pigeon, I'm magnetised back here to see what's going on. I'm seeing Tony losing, everyone else winning every single game they've played so far. There's some reassurance in being back here. Dino, honestly, We have spent, what we are now, 2 hours and a bit on the stream. I'm just going through it slowly, man. I'm taking it all in. We're having a look at some screens. We're looking at the set pieces. We're looking at all the extra work that's been put in. You know what I mean? Like your team have worked really, really hard on this. So we're trying to have a bit of a nosy around on it. Because it's the early access, we are using tactic from last season in FM23 and just trying to tweak it, to be honest, and seeing if it works in this current match engine. Match engine and graphics look very smooth. I think that's the first thing we've said. The animations look really smooth. The new roles we've not touched yet. Because they scare me a little bit, right? But I think there's definitely some stuff in here that we can work with, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. And I know everyone's going to be winning so far because they're going to be putting things straight in, and they're going to be like, oh look, we're just going to do X, Y, and Z, and that's fine. And I probably should just do that as well and just be like, yeah, let's go for it. But I also think that, we've got that bit of time. Let's not rush it. Scalvini could be a libero. I'm not playing libero. Not doing it. I'd like to do it, but I'm not doing it. Winning every game is boring. Exactly, Katie. Exactly. It is boring. And I don't think that... I really don't believe that people are playing it and thinking about it. If they're winning all the time, I don't think they're thinking about it. I think they're just plugging... I think that they're either plugging stuff in and going, right, defaulting it all the way through, which is fine, absolutely fine, but I don't know if they're engaging with it in the way that you're supposed to. Or maybe I'm overthinking it, which I know is a phrase that nobody would probably consider. That there's no way that I could be overthinking this game. But maybe I am. Maybe I am overthinking it a little bit, It's possible. Dean, I've had my save game up for 2 hours. I spent one of those 2 hours tweaking my squad screen view alone. That's why I don't stream. Well, we've got some squad views. The wonderful FM Stag has done some views for us. So is that views? Is that how you spell views? That is how you spell view, isn't it? View. There you go. View. Catkins plugging stuff in and defaulting the usual way. Long time, Tony. Hope you're good. Hello, Catkins. Welcome in. I mean, look, Kev knows how to smash it out. He knows how to smash it out. He wins all the time. He's great at this. That's what I mean. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'll just do what Kev does, because Kev just says, I play it like a video game. Which is exactly what it is. And I'm going, yeah, but you could do it this way. And of course it doesn't work. But, we all have fun doing it our own way. As George says, play the game however you want. And that's how it should be. There should be a thing where you sort of go, right, this is how I'm going to do it. And as long as you're happy with it, that's the main thing. Yeah, that's the main thing. It wasn't in the commandments, so we can plug and play and it's fine. Exactly. The commandments have been there, and they are, again, even then, they are deemed to have a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek with them as well. So they're not set in stone, but we felt that they were rules to consider. Don't boast about your unbeaten season when you reloaded 17 of the 38 games. Exactly. Or when you've done it with Paris Saint-Germain. Because that's not impressive either, is it? Or Man City or Liverpool. Dino, I downloaded Stag's views and I'm using some. I've tweaked my own for the squad view. Oh, yeah. 100%. Like, just, so much stuff to tweak away. I was in the last statement from Tony runs away. Hey, everyone, as you say, John, everyone do whatever you need to do, Sleep Doula, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Very kind for you to be here. You know what? I'm appreciating everyone who's here tonight as well, because I know it's brand new game, so everyone's like straight in going, all right, come on, let's see what's going on. And I hope that what we're seeing is kind of whetting some appetites for like, yeah, you know what? I do fancy a bit of FM24. And that's what it's supposed to be, isn't it? You know, it's meant to be like going, you know what? I wasn't sure I wanted FM24. I was going to wait for FM25. I think we've now seen enough people go, you know what? FM24 looks pretty handy. So let's do that. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? You know? It came, it's like Christmas. That's right, Sloth. Absolutely. That's the Arsenal said. That's what she said. Yeah. Koneski wants a new contract. I mean, that's great, but you're a backup goalkeeper, so you're not getting one. I think we've got to be happy though that we're not sacked yet. That's where we've got to be happy with. Yeah. Vivaldo Semedo. Is it Udinese? 6'4". 6'4", 18. Oh, here we go. Koneski's your favourite keeper in FM24. Is that right? 16 for commanding of area. That's pretty good. But if he's only a backup... I mean, to be fair, we had a lot of problems with goalkeepers last year. Apparently, a leading Serie A keeper. All right, interesting then. Interesting. Right? Interesting. What's this shit? Access Football's broken, Jebaru. There's a new patch come out for it, and I don't like it now. It's ruined. Catching balls is now OP, and you need to have a good quarterback in that, and it's nothing. It's just not happening for me, you know. So I've gone back to this instead. This is UK Soccer Manager, I believe. So it's handy enough, mate. You can have a little look at it, and don't understand it, but I preferred it. Yeah, I mean, we're all the same. We're all the same, Jeb. Welcome in, by the way, buddy. Hope you're good, and of course we've already shouted out the FMT podcast, so get your listening ears around that if you haven't already done so. Need to make sure you do it. Do. Yeah, how's tricks? You're still working away, aren't you, at the minute? So I know, do. I realised that myself. Just want to let you know that Rigeri doesn't see himself. He's getting let down. He wants to have a new contract. I think he can have a new contract because he is quite good. Actually, Jeb, while you're here, how come my game sounds have gone off via OBS? So I've now had to put them through the application Audio Capture Beta 2, and that means that I can't work out where it comes on my wavelength. So the game basically just goes rah in my head, and I have to go. It's good. I can't turn it down. Message Nick Madden telling him it's his fault. He should have waited until I was home. yeah. I'll message Nick as well. Well, come on then, Nick. What's going on here? I'm not entirely sure that Nick is in charge of audio, but he definitely deserves communications anyway. No clue what you just said. That's fair. What I've done is I've not used the actual words. So right, how long is the Rigeri going to need for a contract then? Is he going to take literally seconds and then he'll start kicking off, or what's on now? He's on £2,000 a week and he wants 27. Well, yeah, £2,000 a week's nothing. No wonder you want a new contract. $23 is reasonable. There we go. Also, as well, Jebru, I know you've just come in, but look at this for a pre-season schedule I might have had. Roma Napoli, Bayer Leverkusen, Lyon, and Bayern Munich. That's our pre-season schedule. And then after Bayern Munich, at home to Inter and away to AC Milan. By the way, that's ridiculous. I've done big numbers on the FMT, by the way. Have I? Awesome. I like that. That's cool. Like, I haven't done big numbers. You've done big numbers. The show's done big numbers, right? I enjoyed it. It was great. I talked forever. It's like a 2-hour podcast. So apologies if you have to listen to it in stages. But yeah, it was great fun to do. Really, really good conversation to have. So do go and do make sure you go and catch up on that one. Oh yeah, how's this done right, hasn't it? Look at that. Actual numbers. Actual podcast numbers. There you go. It was short 2 hours. Well, we'll see. just short of 2 hours. Whoever did the big numbers, someone did it, we'll take it. Well, Lelujo did the big numbers. Lelujo did the big numbers. I did some numbers. And collectively, we all did the numbers. Yeah. And you're right, Christmas pudding is incredibly refreshing. Incredibly refreshing. FMT podcast was my dog walk yesterday morning. Great stuff, very enjoyable. Yeah, took a dog up a hill. Should say as well, as I've said a few times already, the FM show is going to be re-recorded over the weekend. There'll be a new episode coming out on Sunday. Or not Saturday, I reckon, possibly. Myself and Aaron, well, we may have recorded an episode today, and then it's due out on Wednesday, and it's already out of date, so it'd be nice to sort of be like, hey, okay, let's, bring out something that's up to date. I don't think that you're okay. Fine, right? There was a moment when I'm describing a Christmas pudding, and I wasn't saying that the Christmas pudding was refreshing, but I said I wanted a refreshing dessert, not a chocolate thing. And then, of course, as very cleverly picked up by the FMT people, just like, you trying to say Christmas pudding's refreshing? I'm like, yeah, it's a good point. It's not, is it? It's not. Really isn't. Oof, Muriel straight in there. The foul. It's the brandy that's refreshing. Yeah, if something's on fire, then it's clearly refreshing, right? Yeah. Steeped mixed fruit. Oh, that's what you need at the end of a marathon. Full on stodge is what it is. Oh, Frimpong with a goal. Okay. That linesman's flag's not gone up either, has it? It's only pre-season, right? But let's have a look at where the problem comes. This massive gap over here is where the problem comes. So we're actually sat pretty well, to be honest. But yeah, Ruggieri too far inside. Ruggieri's meant to be over here. So if that's come from a throw-in, we need to re-look at that. Okay. Burnt mixed fruit. Not burnt mixed fruit, surely. Flambéed. Went out in trousers today that weren't skinny or slim jeans and we're now middle-aged. No, if you're middle-aged, Jebaru, if you go out in shorts in this weather. No, corduroy. Oh, here we go. Yeah, now we're talking. Yes, the mad scientist. Here we go. Oh, my word. Welcome in. Welcome in. Big shout, of course, to the man who makes all the databases. Skamaka! Goal! Welcome in, my man. How are you, mad scientist? Hope life's treating you good. How was your stream this evening? And if you haven't already followed the mad scientist, why not? You should be, and you should be so hyped for 0708 database coming out as well. So get it done. They're calling me old Tony. Rather, I'm constantly in shorts. I'm 43. I only wear shorts. Like, I had some jeans on today to drop the kids off at school, but do you know what I mean? Like, I've got shorts on right now. Like, I've got shorts on. It's what happens when you get to dad age. You only have shorts, cargo shorts preferably as well, because they've got really big pockets for shit. Even in the beta, Tony can't manage a huge club. Nope, not at all. Not at all, Mr. Jolly. No chance. Can't do it. Atalanta are too big for me. But then apparently nobody really wants to watch me try and manage Oldham for the beta, so the early access, I should say, sorry. Lookman, Coop Miners, good ball at the back post, CDK should have scored. Enjoyed it a lot. I'm in Italy as well. Napoli for me, liking the Atalanta choice. Oh, well. There's a reason we went Atalanta. Look. Nice little classic football shirt, so got that. But yeah, great shout for you as well, Mad, for Napoli. Because you're like me, you love a bit of 90s Italian football, and Italian football has just stuck with you, same as it has for me as well, to be honest. Truster, I guess I didn't realise that becoming older is also becoming a father. Didn't put me into dad age enough to wear shorts. Well, you need to do that then, Truster. You need to get those shorts on. If you're wearing trousers, then I don't know. Like you're only living in second gear, you know. Oh, did I go original or real database? And do you still have Rasmus Højlund? Nope, I went original database because that's basically as much as my brain can take. To be honest, I like the new game modes, but for me, it's not how I play it. I play it like that's how it is. Let's go. Usually I'll turn the transfer windows off, but because it's a beta save, let's just have it on, and we can sort of do some transfers and stuff. And obviously, when we do the main save, which is going to be Build a Nation, we're going to need to have that transfer window open, and the transfers are already going to have happened. So that's where I am. What about yourself? Has anyone else tried the sort of the Your World way of doing it? Because for me, that just seems like a really, like, I can understand why it's there, but for me, I'm just like, it's not really for me, you know. FMT are doing Your World Chelsea. Johnny, loved the last podcast with TJ on. You're all clear, having a great time. Yeah, absolutely they were, Johnny. Absolutely they were. Truster tossing away the sweatpants right now. Oh, they should be gone. Like if you're over the age, and this is going to upset a lot of people, if you're over the age of 17, you shouldn't have sweatpants. Yeah. I understand the whole they're comfortable thing, but you know, I don't know. That is literally just a me thing. Right? I've only ever owned 2 pairs of sweatpants, and they were both bought for. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Look up, man! Has just scored. Awesome finish. But yeah, I've only ever owned 2 pairs of sweatpants, and they were both for weightlifting purposes. So I would never wear them out in public. Only for squatting in the garage when it's cold. Solar Lujo do it. He found some issues with contracts. For example, Mount having the contract he was at United but still being in Chelsea. Yeah, I just, especially for the long term save we're going to be doing with the Build a Nation, I just don't need that level of issue. Like, it's not going to be a major problem in Greece, clearly, but just, yeah. I'm happy on the original. Like, that works for me. They're for lazy Sundays, but so are shorts, Barnes. So are shorts. Lovely football by Atalanta here, by the way. Lookman's through. Oh. What do you wear in the house? Shorts. Shorts, Jod. That's all I wear. Like, look. Right, I'll show you. Right. See? See? Shorts. The short ones are for outside. yeah. I wear my shorts inside, and then I wear budgie smugglers outside. It's too close to bedtime to see a pair of legs like that. Well, Dean, all I'm saying is thank you for FM24, and there's your present. This is where Mrs. J comes in and wonders what the heck's going on. Why are you shaving your balls, TJ? Well, you know, it's just what I do. And I can do it with Manscaped. So, yeah. Use the code FM Show for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Good ball, saved. Mrs. J doesn't react anymore. She doesn't. She's just like, he's talking about his balls again. Code FM show. Alright, this is better then. 2-1 against Leverkusen. Ball's about to come in though, isn't it? We're about to concede. Oh, nice animation that. I mean, our keeper's gone flying out the box there, which is a bit odd. But, so Darun 6.9. Let's bring... I tell you what, CDK is not playing particularly brilliant in that shadow striker role. I might need to change that. Tony Jameson live manscaping demonstration with producer Steve on commentary. Oh, could you imagine that? Oh God, would you imagine that? Why would you imagine that? Don't imagine that. Oh, be all over the place, wouldn't it? Aaron commentating in tactics. He's gone 2 up front. Don't know why. Using an inverted shape, which is a mistake. Yeah. I've used a ball-playing defender, which... Oh, keeper's gone up for the corner. He's legging it back now. I can totally see this happening. Well, on Patreon you can. That's one. Corner's the edge of the box. Manscaped, the Mazzala of the grooming world. Yeah, constantly in the half space. And I guess that's the join between your legs, isn't it? I mean, the half space. What am I on about? I have a feeling these are the clips that are going to be sent to Manscaped going, really? Is this the sort of thing you're letting him say? To be fair, I think they'd be fine. Not until the centre-back is left him wide open and bleeding. And LeBert, oh my God. Victory. 3 minutes in your face, Xavi Alonso. Yeah. And we've FM'd them. Look at that. 13 shots for them, 7 for us. Yeah. I love Stream of Brains using the in-the-head voice and letting everything come out. I'm a stand-up comedian, truster. I have no inside voice. I only have the, let's say this out loud, and then go, oh dear. Oh yeah, that's what I've said. Can't be used the false 9 blade. I haven't given it a great deal of thought. I'm quite happy I don't have to do a manscaped ad on the podcast. I mean, you say that, Kev, but I've sent them an email and said that you definitely want to do it. Hopefully with your manscaped you don't hit the post. Well, yeah. I have player instructions of stay wider on. Don't even know if that makes any sense. Talk first, think second, if that, if even that. We're only doing it if Kev does it. I fully agree. Fully agree. Callum would do it, and Rich would do it as well. Rich would absolutely do it. Are we expecting a bid from West Ham? No. Carlton Palmer would do a great Manscaped advert, wouldn't he? It's your boy Carlton. It's a shout out for your mate Jeb. Rags Elglian. I've butchered your name, I'm sorry, but welcome in. By the way, it's nice to have you here. Do we go for Tommaso Pabega? I think we probably should, shouldn't we? We can do that. Leading Serie A player. £6 million comes out of the pot. Twist.tv/squeaky clean.balls. That's the one. That's the one. No problem. Enjoy the screen. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. Let's try and go. Ra Exeglion. It's the closest way to get, isn't it? I'm sorry. The Premier League and Manscaped adds all three do a synchronized demo. That's what we're doing at the live show. That's what the FM show live is. So don't now think that you just don't want to come to it, because you do, definitely do. Right? Come to the live show, and then we might potentially, we'll see. I'm trying to convince Steve to see if we can give away another copy of the game. We'll see. We gave away one on online on Twitter, so which was very well received. So maybe we'll see. Just saying, live ball trimming, 100%, Luffy, 100%. You know, and not just for us either. It can be like you can all join in. You can all join in. Bring your own balls. Yeah. Fwa indeed. Fwa indeed. CDK, could he play as an advanced playmaker? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Good. I'm cancelling my ticket in the hotel. This is taking a turn. I'm amazed it's taken this long for it to take a turn, to be honest. It almost stayed on track for a little bit, and I was worried at that point. I was like, no, surely not. Have I been to Bergamo? Not yet. Not yet, Sai. I must admit, welcome in, by the way. Big shout out, of course, to Sai Maggio. It looks like you've dressed up as a gondola. Yeah. Is this not Verona? Is this not Verona? Oh, dear. I'm in the wrong place, aren't I? Mrs. J, how have I rejoined to hear you suggest a live ball shaving? This is what Mrs. J's got to put up on a daily basis. You know? Just, oh God, what's he on about now? Is he on about his balls again? It's not Verona either. Venezia is the one you want. Venezia, that's the one. I'll be honest, Si, like, you know, geography's not my thing, but we should have done Venezia, to be honest, shouldn't we? That would have been a great one. Maggiore, out for 3 months. Not Si Maggiore. This is the first stream of FM24. Yeah, it's taken us a long while though. It's taken us quite a while to get to, you know, synchronized ball shaving. Guinness World Record of mass synchronized ball. Well, how many people would you need for that? I'm guessing more than 3. I'd be disappointed if the world record is 2 people doing it. Like, I'd be like, really? Has not 3 people ever thought of doing this? I don't know. How are you anyway? I hope you're good. Of course, as we say, big shout out for Mr. Maggio, who of course has to do his early access stream save as Southampton, wearing a Southampton shirt. So there you go. So you might want to check that one out. He's not happy about it. Yeah. I have a sixth sense for Tory nonsense now. I think in a way, Mrs. J, we're all developing that sixth sense. And I appreciate everyone. I appreciate you all for being here, for listening to my nonsense. And you know, feeling bad for Mrs. J. Salty B is in, asking the questions that everybody is thinking. Have I been sacked yet? Not yet. Salty, not yet. We have had 3 pre-season games though, 2 of which we lost, which were against Napoli and Roma, which feel like unfair pre-season games. We beat Bayer Leverkusen, which is fantastic, and we are now playing Lyon. Next up is Bayern Munich, and then we are at home to Inter, and then away to AC Milan. So a really easy start to life at Atalanta. I'm guessing if we come through this, then we should be fine. Great interception by Lookman. Oh, unlucky. Hello, Northern Pilgrim, by the way. Welcome in. Appreciate the raid, my man. How are you? There's a shout out for Northern Pilgrim as well. Do us a favour, drop him a follow. We much appreciate it. Of course, we shout out Salty B as well, who, I'll be honest, is already stacking up memes for this year. I know he is. Si Maggio made a picture with my head on it, and Salty B is already ready to go. I know he is. Locked and loaded. Can't wait to see what he comes up with. Let's see what Jebru's got. Oh, you got the Colin Barber there. Let me see if I can get it working, shall I? I don't even know how I'm supposed to do this, but I've picked it up. Do I understand it? picture's fire, isn't it though? Isn't it? It's so good. Like, apparently it was from the FM meetup in June, and I was just like, I don't remember that being taken, but I'm glad it did, because it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Right, Lookman's struggling a bit. Right, Jebbery, what do I do with that thing there? How do I play it? Do I just add it into a sauce? Lookman, is he going to have a go? Pulls it back. Or should just play it? All right, excellent. Right, let me pause this then. Once we finish the half. Ooh, so close again. Okay, come on, Atalanta. Can we do something from the set piece? Not yet, because we've not tweaked them. Ruggieri, Muriel, Scalvini. Right, half time. Okay. I'm not sure if they're booing, but we will see. Right, listen to this for 2 seconds. Let's just mute that. Right, can you hear this? This has come from, this is something that Jebru sorted out for our boy Rich Owens. Oh. You can't hear it. They can't hear it. Where do I put it? Where do I put it, Jeb? Because honestly, it's amazing. Right. How do I open it? So I've downloaded it, right? And, oh, Jesus. What you need to work out, okay, is Carlton Palmer has a lot of spare time. Right, can you hear that? Did you hear anything there? Did you hear a "Hey Tony"? Where is it going to be? Right, Jebru, this is good. Carlton ran Ryan last Monday's FMT network save. Right, I'm going to put it into our Discord. I think I can put it there. But it's very, very good. It's very good. I'll work out how I can actually put it in. That's what she said. Oh, God, no. Trust me, it's worth it. Right, media source when you're seeing. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, okay, got you. Right, and then I want to go to browse. Okay, here we go. Right.
Hey, Tony. Carlton Palmer here. Twist.tv/squeakyclean.balls. Cheers, Jeb.
Did you hear that? Did you hear a "Hey Tony"? Can someone say yes or no? Yes, right. Okay, here we go. Right. Let's go for it. This is the reactions, okay? Just poor Carlton Palmer, man. Like, just how many times we heard it the first time, not the second. I want to create AI Carlton. I mean, right, that's fine. I don't know. As long as you heard it, that's the main thing. As long as it was there. Yeah, twist.tv/squeaky balls. Thanks, Jeb. So, good old Carlton Palmer. Just, he doesn't know what he said, does he? He's not got a clue. Scalvini out for Lookman. I was supposed to replace Lookman, wasn't I? He doesn't know Twitch exists. I don't think he does. I mean, he's very excited though, you know. Thank God he wasn't taking the wife out for a massive bit of lunch. Loves a massive bit of lunch, doesn't he? Boxing match between Jeb and Carlton for FM24. Oh, imagine that. It'd be like a Jake Paul. Be all over it. Jeffinho. Have they got a player called Jeffinho? That's a made-up name for a start, isn't it? Right, 10 shots, 5 on target, 68% of the ball, but not quite. Jeb will have caught. Yeah, I think so. Oh, wrong run. Evening, Benzino. How are we? Have you got Miranchuk? We've just sold him. Actually. He was injured, and he wanted to go to Monaco, so he's gone. But welcome in, Benzino. Oh, great ball through. There's Muriel. Oh, come on. How's he not scored that? Oof, Skamaka with the header from the near post. Right, a bit of encouragement. Let's see what we can do. Gonna go a bit wider as well. Pass the ball to space. Be a bit more expressive and speed the play up a bit. I might even start whipping some crosses in rather than working the ball in the box. Darun, Scalvini, Ruggieri. Oof. Evening, Owen. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Nice to see you. Hope you're good. How was the stream? What were you playing tonight? Were you playing? Oh, you're playing FM. Of course you were. Of course you were. Welcome in, buddy. Who's your beta team? Early access team, sorry. Should say. Skamaka! There you go. Oh, great finish. All by Evan Ferguson. What a player that boy is, Bob, isn't it? That's a real player I've heard of. A real one. Although I must admit, I did see him a lot on Last FM, and I thought it was a new gen. Because why would I know? You know? That's what they say. Why would I know? But, right. 1-0 up. That's what we want. You got another one, have you? Oh dear. Oh dear. Was this AI Carlton Palmer? Oh Jesus. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Skamaka was a beast in 23. Looks like he should be pretty good in 24. I think so. For now.
Hey Tony, Carlton Palmer here. I think you might get sacked by the time I take the missus for a massive bit of lunch. Okay. Did you know Aaron is on his 7th save
nice
of FM24 already?
Muriel.
Follow richardowens.fm.
Darun. That's Darun, isn't it? Giving the ball away. AI Carlton seems to be getting posher. Out for a massive bit of lunge. Oh, Lacazette puts it wide. Why is who so loud? AI Carlton, because I can't work out how it balances out with the wave. I've still got the sounds are too loud in me in the game in my head. I haven't got monitoring on. No, I haven't. Do I need that on? Great ball. Oh, Skamaka's off the post. Right, so if I put monitoring, then is that monitor and output? Is that what I want? I see on Wavelink it doesn't let me have anything. Is this your first stream again? It feels like it. Penalty. Right, let's see what we got. Oh, Muriel. Oof. ISO Chef, do you think the AI will actually be better at transfers and squad building so we don't dominate leagues for years and move to another club to make it harder? I don't know. I hope so. Like, we are, 3 hours into FM24, so I don't really know whether there's a long-term plan or how it works out long-term. But I imagine that's the intention, is for them to make it harder. So, yeah, fingers crossed, ISO. Fingers crossed. It'll be a bit more interesting. Anyway, the plan is it's meant to be they'll recruit for very specific players based on their tactics and stuff. So, hopefully there's not going to be any dominations. But you never know. You never know. How's the tactic? Hello, Cult of. Welcome in. Nice to see you, buddy. Hope life's treating you well. We've obviously given a shout out to the Cult of, not just because he's a content creator, not just because he makes fantastic stuff with Moneyball, YouTubing, streaming. He's also, of course, part of the actual SI staff and the Match Engine team. We're playing, and I'll show you it when we pull up here. You can have a little dissect of it. It's something we used last year in FM23, and I was like, oh, I wonder if this is going to work in FM24, and it sort of is. It needs a bit of tweak. It needs a lot. I need focus. And this is the thing when I'm streaming, I don't necessarily focus so much. Because there, why has he got his arm up? Don't go. I mean, it's a decent bit of movement, but you shouldn't be beating on a header from there. Like, come on. We've outplayed them. Absolutely outplayed them. And we missed a penalty as well, which is a bit annoying, to be honest. Muriel missed the penalties on a 5-9, as you can see. So this is what we've got, Jack. Have a look at this. Show me what you think. Okay. So tactically, that is how we look. Okay. So this is what we played at Celtic and Leeds last year in FM23. There is one change though. FM23, we had that as a shadow striker. We think CDK might work better as an AP this year round, just from what we've seen so far in the first few friendly games. Excuse me. Skamaka's doing pretty handy as a complete forward, coming picking the ball up deep, driving in and creating some space for runners behind. I love defensive wingers, or pressing wingers as I think they should probably be called, really. Get those players up and down and charge a bit higher up. So Lookman's doing quite decent on the right hand side. Ruggieri's just fine on the left. We've occasionally looked at having a DLP, but I think halfback was maybe something, but I think possibly just a DM on defend or a ball winner on defend maybe. Halfback won't rotate because there's 3 centre-backs who's a normal anchor man essentially. Yeah, so my thinking is, and I think ironically we actually spoke about this on the podcast coming out next week, and Aaron said exactly the same thing, Jack. So my thought was my wide centre-back would go there, but my half-back would probably only sit about here. So say, for example, Coop Miners goes into this space. I know he's not really, but... So my centre-backs are sort of going there. Now, I know he doesn't fully slot into that left-hand channel, but when they move forward, so Ruggieri's going to press here, Lookman's going to press all the way up there. That was my thinking behind it. Okay, now it's not quite playing that way, but that's what I'm thinking it might look like. Change the right centre-back to Libero and it'll work the way you want. Or, I mean, I've said I don't want to try a Libero just yet, but, well, I do want to try Libero, to be honest, but should we see? The right centre-back to Libero on defend. And do you reckon that's what it's going to do? And have him as a half-back here. Oh, look at that. Owen likes the look of it. Well, to be fair, Owen, so it all makes sense. It all makes sense is how we're looking at it, right? So potentially a halfback, potentially a ball winner. Libero and defend. This is definitely a tomorrow thing, isn't it? Just a suggestion if you want them to rotate, just how you said. I mean that's how I thought it played out in my head. Obviously, I'm open to suggestions from the man who knows the game inside out and has been looking at. What I have spotted so far, though, Jack, is I've spotted that the animations are so much smoother. So much. There's even bits where players are just like ghosting past each other, which looks amazing. Occasionally, I've had Ruggieri quite out of position. He's a bit too. I'm leaving too much space sometimes. Set pieces, I really need to have a look at, because we've only just sort of literally touched upon them and not really gone into it too much, with it being stream number 1. But I think there's so much to get my head into here, and this, as I say, is just a kind of this is my tactic for this season, or from last season, I should say. Sorry. Yeah, is it going to be the tactic we use going forward? Certainly for this team it will be, but going into Greece we're going to be mucking about with some different things, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out. But from what I'm seeing so far, I quite like it, to be honest. I do like it. They always make sense when you talk them through. Next thing you know, I'm getting a 0 in the playoffs. I mean, it happens, Owen. It happens to the best of us, and it also happens to me as well. But that's what it's all about, right, innit? That's what it's all about. We have some fun messing around with stuff. So, yes, let's enjoy it while we can, shall we? Let's enjoy it while we can. I think we've had a bit of fun tonight. So let's go and see who is kicking about, shall we? And we'll go and send some love on our way. Now, do we go and find someone we haven't seen before? Who have we got? Who's on right now? There's loads of people who are on that we know about. So what do we think? Someone we know or someone brand new? I'm open to suggestions, to be honest. Because, yeah. I mean, Breezy's on. RDF's on. These are people, obviously, that we know. Breezy, RDF, Big Man on Campus is on. Dave Ness is on. Dill's on. D-Mez. So, loads of choices. Who are you fancying? Red Leicester, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Thank you for that. Should we go and see RDF? Should we see just how angry he's getting, shall we? Right. Is that what we're deciding? We're go and see angry RDF. Should we do that? Yeah. Why not? Right. Where is he? I mean, he's on a lot. He's on a lot of followers. Let's go and a lot of viewers. Let's go and throw him in. He's already celebrating. He hasn't won the Champions League already, has he? I don't think so. We'll soon find out. Right. Yeah. Go and see him. Go and give some love to my boy. And shout woodwork. Get your balls shaved. Thank you, everyone. This has been a lot of fun. Rogo, Twitch, appreciate you. Take it easy. See you all tomorrow. Right. All the best. Bye, everyone.
Defending, he knows it, yeah, defending corners for it. Tell